Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Yeah, another day in the quarantine.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 178?
177.
177.
177.
Of the iLLogical Sense podcast, The Quarantine Chronicles. This is your boy, Busby.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here it's your boy, JC No.
Alex! And Martine.
Yo, what the fuck is up, guys?
Shit.
Chilling.
I mean, that's all you can do.
Nah, it ain't shit. People go outside still.
Yeah, and then catch the shit.
No.
Fuck.
You go outside to go to the store, you go outside to take a walk.
And still catch the shit.
You catch the shit being inside.
Catch the shit, man. Nigga, just wear a mask, wear some gloves, and you cool.
Yeah, I mean.
Maybe. Who knows, man?
Man, just stay.
The point I was just making was you could still go outside and as long as you take precautionary measures
and make it quick.
Just sit inside
and make it quick. Hey, I'll sit inside. Shit. And slip and slide and take it to the house.
Oh my god.
Boo this man.
Boo you, nigga. Boo yourself. Oh, fuck all y'all. Shit. Anyway, Wrestlemania was this past weekend. For 2 nights. It was like, what was it? It was too big for one night, so they made it 2 nights. And
like, not to talk shit, bro, but like that whole premise of it being too big for one night, like, come on, bro. We know.
Honestly, honestly, I know, but honestly, if you watch WrestleMania in the past, the shit is literally like 7 hours. Like, yeah. So they had. This is something that fans been demand. Like, they've been saying, like, yo, y'all gotta split these days up because that's like a whole work shift. And imagine,
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it, but it ain't. It's to Martine's point. It ain't like it was bigger than for one night. Like, it's just that we've all been saying, hey, make this shit 3 to 4 hours each day. Well, and then they finally follow through.
Well, yeah, given the circumstances, but
yeah,
watching it was. It was better than I had no expectations. I was just like, you know what? Just give us something. Just entertain me for 3 hours or for whatever. And on night 1, they did exactly that, and I was literally surprised. The wrestling was great. The fucking matches were great. The stories were good. Everything about it was dope, especially like the Boneyard match with Undertaker and AJ Styles, which was like a cinematic experience. But the shit was hilarious. Undertaker was like in his American Badass shit. You had AJ Styles and damn near all red, had a fucking red rat, like a red bandana in the right side of his pocket. So he was all blooded up. Taker coming out talking hella shit. He was like, "Oh, you wanted this? Yeah, you wanted this." And he was, and then there was one part where Taker goes, "Oh, you want to dig a hole? Oh, I'll dig you a hole. Come over here, boy."
The fuck?
Sounded like Joe Jackson when one of his kids misses a dance step during rehearsal. But wow, yeah, it was funny. Especially in the end when AJ Styles had his fucking he buried AJ Styles, and then when it cut to AJ Styles with a tombstone, and he had his hand was sticking up out of the fucking gravestone, and I was like, wow, this is great. That was just entertainment. Then he drives off into the darkness and shit with fire and his logo in the background and Metallica playing in the background. I just gave that a round of applause. Like, that was great. So,
applause for him.
Yeah, so that was night 1 because they pulled it off. I'm like, these motherfuckers pulled it off. Fuck you, Vince. So,
yeah, I mean, it's like I said last week.
No, it was like a fuck you because it was like, what the fuck? All right.
Well, no, but it was like I said, the way Ric Flair was talking about it, it sounded like they had something in the tuck. So.
Oh, they did. So then Triple H even said, like, yeah, so the Firefly Funhouse match for John Cena and Bray Wyatt is unlike anything we have ever done. So I knew it was going to be some fuckery. After I saw the Boneyard match, I was like, okay, this shit's going to be some fuckery. So night 2 happened. It wasn't as strong as night 1. There was like one decent match with it wasn't decent. It was great. Rhea Ripley from NXT and Charlotte Flair. They had a really great match. And what made it even dope was that even though it was in an empty arena, you hear them all talking shit to each other. Like, you hear them banter back and forth and shit, which kind of brought another element to it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool, because when you watch it live, you don't hear shit, you know? Right. But now you're hearing them talk shit, like, you ain't shit, you still a bitch, yeah, stay down. They're like hella cussing each other out and shit. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. So if whenever the NBA comes back, that's what y'all gonna be hearing. I'm just saying.
Shit. I can't wait for that, bro.
That would be fire.
Yeah, seriously.
So then after that, it's like other the matches, and then after that, the rest of the matches kind of like felt like an episode of Raw. So I was like, whatever. So then we get to the Firefly Funhouse match with Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. Not Undertaker, John Cena and Bray Wyatt. And I knew, okay, this is gonna be some fuckery shit. I know this is gonna be some fuckery. When I say fuckery, this shit, I can't even call it a wrestling match. It was what Stinkmeaner says, some powerful niggertry. I want to hear that shit right now. Press it.
I mean, you can, but there ain't no niggas in that match. So.
But it was powerful niggery. That's the only way to describe this shit. It was literally, like, in my opinion, as a wrestling fan, because it's literally splitting wrestling fans up. It was art. That's the best way to describe it. In my opinion, it was one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Like, that's how crazy that's how dope this shit was. It can only happen at this particular event with the circumstances, because they couldn't do this during the regular WrestleMania in the stadium and shit. They couldn't do that shit at all.
Right.
They had to do it here when you had to watch it in your house. And I've been telling everybody, even you guys, because you guys don't even watch wrestling, but it's like how I watch it. But it's like whenever you get a chance, even the people listening to this, y'all need to watch the John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Firefly Funhouse, quote unquote, match. It is literally something that you all need to watch. It's just, mwah! It was great. Just, that's all I can really say. But
I mean, it sounds good for like the hardcore fan. But I think the way you were describing it earlier, like unless you like really know John Cena's history and Bray Wyatt's history, like,
even then,
if I were to watch it, like, I'm sure I could grasp John Cena's, but I have no idea about anything Bray Wyatt related.
No, but the thing is, Bray Wyatt explains. No, the thing is, Bray Wyatt explains everything to you, and there's pictures to correspond it. Like, it literally paints a picture. He paints the narrative for you.
I'm not doubting that. What I'm saying is, it might not hit everybody else the same because we don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I get it. It's
like we haven't followed it like that. You know
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that, but it's still gonna leave in. I was seeing people that didn't watch the shit even on Twitter, like, yo, that was different. Like, even people were telling me, like, well, that was different. And like Ric Flair even did an interview saying he was watching it with his wife. He was like, so when they're gonna wrestle? Ric Flair said, bitch, this is the match. He said the bitch part. But I just imagine him saying it. Woo!
Right. Yeah. Gotta throw in the woo.
But it was literally just something, and there was layers on top of layers about it that like completely broke down John Cena's character and his failures and just everything. It was great. It was great. But
that's what's up.
Anyway, that was WrestleMania. Oh yeah, Drew McIntyre won the championship.
Okay, I have no idea who that is, but
I know.
Seriously. I was like, who?
Yeah, y'all don't know who he is. That's why I said it. He won. He beat Brock Lesnar, and that's all that happens. Yeah.
Okay, I know who Brock Lesnar is.
Yeah, I saw Gronk came in and ditched his hosting duties and won the 24/7 belt and dip.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
I know it was the championship that doesn't really mean nothing. So
is that the new hardcore belt?
Something like that, yeah.
Nah. So
the championship is pretty much the championship's on the line 24/7. So
I was about to say they made it's a PG Iron Man belt pretty much.
Something like that, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's more of a comedic. It's for comedy purposes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so
like they don't even take it seriously. You mean?
No, it's literally a joke. Gronkowski's pretty much there as a joke. But whatever. I mean, he signed with the company. He was hosting WrestleMania, and I was just like, whatever, man. Yeah. If you saw what he was wearing, it was like, all right, bro.
I feel it.
Yeah, the only thing I kind of hated was that Seth Rollins came out during WrestleMania, and he had on all white, and this whole shit is called the Monday Night Messiah. So I was like, damn, if this was at WrestleMania, because at WrestleMania they give them like the special entrances, they would have gave him that Jesus is King entrance.
Oh, gotcha.
They would have gave him one of those. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! But yeah, that was cool. That was basically WrestleMania. It was better than I expected.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I was just like to close it out. Like I said last week, just sometimes you just gotta wait for it to see it before you prejudge stuff.
Oh, I get it, because we're so used to seeing it a certain way. Because I'm telling you, when it began, I was like, this is gonna be disappointing. But I was like, all right. And then I watched it, and I was like, fuck you, Vince. It was like every time I count that man out, he pulls a rabbit out of his ass, and he was the only one that wanted to keep it going, because WrestleMania means something to the fans. It's like, it's really just like, it's hard to describe. It's pretty much our Super Bowl, and he knows that he had to deliver some way, somehow, and he did. He did it by the skin of his teeth. He's a hustler, man. Salute that man. Yeah. He is a hustler. But anyway,
yeah. So while that was taking place, well, before that took place, boy, did we have some battles on deck.
Give me what I want.
And I can't hear the sound button. Did you push the Joe button?
I've been pushing a whole bunch of buttons. That's why I got quiet. Yeah. Versus the series that Timbaland and Swiss Beats have been calling it, Versus
with the Z.
Yeah, last week was week 2.
You're counting the weeks? I guess.
Might as well. It's like football shit.
Yeah,
last
seriously.
week was week 2.
Wow.
This week was.
It really
was it
is
not,
though. Like, I mean, every day is like a different battle, or every other day, pretty much. It's
every other day. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say versus day 15. Like,
seriously,
week 2 of battles.
Well, I guess, yeah. Well, go ahead. Yes.
It started off with everybody was making fun of the first battle that started the week off, which was Tory Lanez versus French Montana.
That wasn't Versus. That was on their own shit.
Yeah, that was their own.
No.
Swizz Beats and Timbaland co-signed it. Swizz Beats and Timbaland co-signed it. Listen, the Swizz Beats and Timbaland co-signed it. Yes or no?
If you stop and let me explain, because you obviously didn't watch it. Thank you very much.
Okay, smart one. Go ahead.
So that started off. Initially everybody thought like, okay, that's on their own. Nobody cares. Whatever. And then we got to the battle. Swizz Beats, Timbaland, Puff Daddy were all there judging.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
But but I'm asking, did they post it on their Instagrams and shit?
I don't know, because I'm not looking at it right now. I just know they were a part of it. So if they weren't a part of it, they would have never been there.
I don't feel. What do you mean? Nobody has anything else to do. Of course, they won't be there.
But see, that's that condescending shit, because it's like, well, they didn't.
No,
put
here's
it on,
the thing, JC. They always posted on their Instagram, and they said flat out, because I read their interview on like a few days ago. They only pick people. They know that can move the culture. Exactly. That's what they said. So in Tory Lanez and French Montana, no. So I'm just saying. I mean, they were just like,
that's fine.
They just saw it and they were just like,
that's cool. But you know what? You didn't watch. So let me get back to it.
I did watch, actually. I saw the fucking what's it called? I saw the YouTube fucking recap. So I was like, oh, okay, this is funny. But go on.
Yeah. Well. Okay, so they went off and started their own little 20 for 20. Of course, French was whooping his ass. However, the fact that Tory Lanez is just a straight showman. Like, he had that shit entertaining from jump. Like,
quarantine.
Yeah, shouts out to him for Quarantine Radio. Because, man, Quarantine Radio is probably one of the... he might have Boosie beat out for must watch.
Does he remind you of somebody?
No.
Quarantine. Come on, go there.
Nah, I didn't get that. I didn't get that at all.
Okay, all right. Well, we talk about it off the air. But go on.
That definitely did not remind me of that, because this one had there was like substance. There was like, even though he was going off the top of his dome, it was a set show. Like, it made sense. It wasn't like he was just pushing buttons or whatever. And the fact he's not even pushing buttons, it's his boys doing the sound effects in the background.
Yeah,
that's what makes this shit even more funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was, whether that was officially Verzuz or not, I mean, like I said, the fact that Timbaland and Swiss Beats and Puff were all involved and actually keeping score on that shit, that lets me know, like, okay, you can bundle that in even if you don't want to make it the official one. You still can count that.
I guess.
I mean, you can say you guess, man.
But no one really took it. But the thing is, no one really took it serious. But
nobody really took it serious. But shit, 180,000 people tuned in. So
because they had nothing else to do. So it was like,
damn, you got to stop saying that. There's a bunch of stuff to do. Like you don't have to turn into IG Live because you ain't got nothing to do. You can go read a book. You can go start a business. You can go do push-ups. You can go watch old games. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always something to do.
Wrestlemania.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
2 days.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm saying no one can do nothing but stay in their house. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is there's other stuff to do.
You've been working.
I'm working.
I know, but for the 6 million people that are not working, they're in the house. Anyway, next battle.
No, I want to get up. Okay, if you stop rushing me, because I can get to all this shit. Tory Lanez is also dropping New Toronto 3 on Friday.
Oh yeah, that shit. That's dropping this Friday.
Yeah, and I gotta say, we were actually wrong last week because remember the first thing that we were talking about, our rapper's gonna do this, and we were like, nah, their egos will be too shook. Well, these two started off the weekend. Tory Lanez, I know we mostly see him as a singer, but he is a hybrid. And 2 rappers got down, they got busy. Might not have been full-fledged game changers, but we were wrong. They went and they put their egos to the side. They had fun with it. That goes to the second battle, which had everybody's ears perked up. Scott Storch versus Manny Fresh.
My God. At first I thought that was going to be... I was like, okay, maybe this could be equal. It could be equal.
Right. And
then when it started going on, I was like, okay, maybe it's a little tied. And then it just went, no. Damn, JC was right. This should have been Lil Jon and Manny Fresh. Because it was lopsided like a motherfucker. JC said that last week.
You think that would... All right, hold on, real talk. You think that would have been any better?
Yeah, it would have been kind of...
Lil Jon would have smoked them.
No, Lil Jon would have smoked them. It would have been...
It would have been a little bit closer, maybe.
No, it would not. No, hell no. That would have been a bigger blowout.
Well, shit. Manny Fresh just sounded outmatched. He needed to be with someone else.
He definitely sounded outmatched. I had Scott Storch winning. I think I had the final, like, 13-7 or 12-8 or something like that. Where I thought Manny was able to capitalize was when Scott Storch started just playing like his mid records, and Manny started putting up like his classics, and I was like, "What's Scott doing?" And then immediately when I said that, Manny started opting for album cuts, and I'm like, "What the hell's Manny doing?" And then it just went down. It went downhill for Manny in my book from there.
It was kind of just like
seriously.
I wanted him to creep back. I was like, "Come on, Manny, creep back." And I was like, "Damn." Then I just turned it off.
I don't think he had and don't get me wrong, like I love Manny Fresh's production and all that, right? But I don't think he just doesn't have like the big like the big hits, the major hits.
And it was crazy. People were going like, "Oh, he's cheat." It's like, "Oh, Scott Storch is cheating because he only did this on this song with Dre, and he did this. He's not even credited on this song." I'm like, "Yeah, he is." It's like, y'all just mad your favorite producer got smoked, and that's okay. That's it.
Well, here's my thing. Here's my thing with this. Without a doubt, I had Scott Storch winning this. Like, that's not even within play because of how it was, just how they were countering each other. Like, it wasn't close up in a while. What I did struggle with, though, was Scott Storch playing songs, and you know damn good and well he's not credited as the actual producer on it. That I did at least have a little struggle with. Like, okay, I know you participate on this, and I know you probably added the sauce in terms of the keys, but how am I supposed to rank you just doing the keys with Manny going from the start of the first production note to the end of engineering the track? You know what I mean? Like that, at least for a little moment, I was kind of like, damn, should there be a rule where you gotta be majority producer on a track to even input these in to battle you up or whatever? But then after a while, it was just like, well, the rules don't say that. It's just, what did you participate and produce on? I don't know. How did you guys feel about that?
I mean, it was just like whatever for me. I would just looked at it as he was just completely outmatched. That's just how I looked at it.
What I'm saying is, how do you look at it though, knowing that Dre and Mike Elizondo were the ones mainly doing those tracks?
I mean, yeah, I knew that. I knew they were on the tracks and shit like that. And it was like he got help, but it was just like, I mean, it is what it is. So
yeah, but I mean, honestly, dude, I would have rather had seen like Scott Storch go up against like Danger or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
somebody else that's a co-producer.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of like, you know, drifts off into different genres like that too. You know, and does like works with other producers and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Personally, that's what I would have seen Scott Storch go up against.
Yeah,
because that's my thing too. Scott Storch got global hits. Manny Fresh got black hits. No disrespect no disrespect. It's just, you know, if you're going through a battle where it's hits versus hits, then that's gonna skew the perception a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially Scott Storch is mainstream as fuck, really. You know what I mean? Compared to Manny Fresh, especially.
It was funny looking at some scorecards, and I saw Ebro had it tied after like round 8, round 10, and I was like, nigga, what? What do you mean it's tied and close? Alright, you trying to judge on a curve and shit.
I think the closest I had it was after obviously the first couple of rounds, but the closest I ended up having, I think, was like 9-7, because that was when Scott Storch started like bullshitting and started playing not even hits, but like just the mid records that kind of got buzzed. And then after that, he was still like, man, he was starting to creep back, and then I had it at like 6-9. No pun intended. We get to that fucker later, and then all of a sudden, Scott Storch just said, "Finish him," and then he got finished. It was like the equivalent of that WrestleMania moment when Shawn Michaels just looked at him and said, "He's like, I'm sorry, I love you," and then kicked him in his fucking jaw. Right. So it was just a matter. Manny just played some of his key records way too late, because I mean, I gave him the last 2 rounds for Still Fly and
Back That Ass Up.
But by that point, Scott Storch already had 12. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all it takes is in a battle of 20, all you got to do is get 11 and you've won.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So by that point, it was basically like, I just kind of, you know, I love Still Dre, but Back That Ass Up is just something different.
And it was entirely produced by Manny Fresh.
Yeah. But I love them both equally. So I was like, well, I mean, at the same time, we've all been in that club, and every guy has had that moment when you're about to go to the bar or you're about to leave, and then all you hear is dun, dun, dun. You hear them violins, and then you turn around like the Undertaker when he turns around hella quick, like or the Rock when he's like a
flip back and shit.
No, from Thriller. You know when all the zombies turn their heads and shit hella quick.
Oh shit, yeah, that's it.
And then you just run to the dance floor and find a booty.
Exactly.
Pretty much, man. Yeah, that was legit though.
That's exactly what happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I love Still Dre.
Yeah.
But Back That Ass Up is a Negro spiritual as far as I'm concerned.
But he called it. It is a Negro spiritual.
Yeah, he even said that shit too, bro. Yeah, I was laughing when he said that.
It's like a holy trinity of that. That's a holy trinity. There's Back That Ass Up. That's one, and then there's Get Low, and then there's Shake That Monkey with Too Short. That's the holy trinity. That's the holy trinity.
I wouldn't say that one. That one's more like a West and Southern delicacy.
Yeah. Well, it's the holy trinity in your opinion.
I mean, Back That Ass Up.
I mean, of course, that's one. Get Low.
And
That's
Hot in Here.
Hot in Here, really?
Huh. Yeah. Hot in Here is global as a motherfucker.
Oh, no, I'm talking about in the bars and clubs and shit. Because I'm saying with the reactions I see in the clubs, when I hear shake that shit.
Hot in Here does magical things. And I can say that from firsthand experience.
Same here, but it doesn't. It's I guess it's potato.
And I can honestly say that being in clubs in different areas of the country, is definitely more.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been at wedding receptions when that song comes on, and even the fucking what's it called? The bridesmaids, they get, and I'm just like,
exactly. Yeah. Speaking of being in clubs all around the country, boy, did that T-Pain and Lil Jon, man. Just round of applause.
Oh my god!
I stayed
that
up.
battle was. I saw it from the time T-Pain opened up his IG Live all the way to the end when T-Pain closed out what they were calling their after party.
See,
when
this
they just dropped unreleased music. And for those 3 hours, I swear to God, I had to go to sleep. I was worn out. I was exhausted. It was like I went to a live show. I had so much fun watching that.
See, the thing about that is that WrestleMania was going on at the same time, and I had work. So I went to work, and then I came home, and then I was just like, okay, you know what? Let me watch this T-Pain shit. Let me watch this T-Pain Lil Jon battle. And I was up till like 4 in the morning watching that shit. That shit was on my phone. And I was like, this is great. Now, for the battle itself, it was tied. For me, personally, it was tied for the first few rounds. And then after that, T-Pain started... To me, this is for my own. What's the word for it? Criteria, scorecard. It's how much I like the records, and if I love them both equally, it's tied. But then after that, T-Pain started bullshitting, and then Lil Jon when T-Pain played I'm in your hood. What's it called? I'm so hood, and Lil Jon goes like, oh, you want to go to the hood?
Yeah.
It's like at that point, T-Pain knew he fucked up.
As soon as he said that, I was like, uh-oh. I was like, he could go so many different directions, and it's like, oh my god! And it was like some Bray Wyatt, let me in. It was like he knew some shit was about to happen, and then he played throw it up. Oh god,
man! On my scorecard, I don't do draws. Like it's either or it's like I don't. Because this is the thing, in a battle like this, I love all the records that they're likely gonna play. So it's like, okay, we'll just pick one. Like that's my thought process. I'm looking at it like a game. It's like I don't got time for draws. Like who's gonna win this on my scorecard? So at the end of the 6th round, I had Jon 5-1. Like every time T-Pain would come, and T-Pain came with nothing but fire. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Oh yeah,
I may have had it down 5-1, but it wasn't like T-Pain went out like no chump. T-Pain was putting up bangers.
Yeah.
Like when Up Down came up, I was like, all right, I wonder what Jon's going to do. And then I forgot the song that Jon pulled up, and I was like, shit. All right, well, that goes. And then it was funny, too, because even T-Pain knew for a little while, because he would drop something.
We played 5 o'clock in the morning, and then Lil Jon was like,
yeah, Jon tricked his ass into playing R&B shit.
Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck. Well, he's like, oh, really, Jon? No, it was even funnier earlier. It was even funnier earlier. Lil Jon was all going like, "Damn, you making me go hard early." And T-Pain is going, "This is how they want. This is what they want, Jonathan. We got nothing but hits, Jonathan.
This is all we do, Jonathan."
Yeah.
Oh shit! But then it just brought back memories. Hearing, well, I was young, and I'm glad I wasn't in a club when Lil Jon was really playing that demonic hood shit. But oh my god, it brought I remember when I first heard B.I.B.I. was on BET, and I'm like, this is a lot.
Somebody said it best. They said Lil Jon don't make I'm pleased to meet you records. He makes I'm pleased to beat you records.
Beat your ass, whoop your ass.
And I will tell you firsthand, there were some nights I went out in Tennessee, I was afraid for my life.
What song was it that you had to hide? On some Legend shit.
First of all, there's songs he didn't even play. So there's the one off of Crunk Juice. It's the 2nd track. It's Bo Hagen's track.
Oh shit! I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it. That's just fucking hard.
The one where he starts like, "Who am I? Bo Hagen, being me a represent." That shit, that will tear off somebody's head in the club. I've seen it firsthand. Because you gotta remember too, in the South, like the South was just different. I don't know if it's changed from when I was there, but in the South, we could go to the club in gym shorts.
Yeah, I can already imagine.
We could smoke in the club. Like it was as long as you just came with clothes on, you were pretty much good.
It was called Get Crunk, by the way.
Get Crunk, thank you.
Yeah.
So Get Crunk didn't get played. So I was like, well, thank God, because that might have tore some shit up. But then when this nigga, that's what it was. I think it was Up Down, and I was like, damn, okay, cool. And then Jon comes out with No Problem by Scrappy, and I was like, well,
yeah, that's when I gave it to him. I was like, oh shit.
Well, this is gonna be a long night. And then they got into I like it too how first and foremost they had 2 key records that they didn't even bother going in because Jon produced it and then T-Pain was featured on it, which was You and That by E40 and then Cyclone by Baby Bash. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. Cool, take those out. But even in that mix, so then when they move on and they get to each one got Pitbull records.
Yeah, that was a funny. As soon as he started playing Pitbull, I was like, "Oh no! Oh, you want to play Pitbull?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "No!" I was like, "Why'd you do it, T-Pain? Why'd you do it, T-Pain?"
It was like Harlem Nights. Like, oh,
you want to shoot me in my pinky toe?
Yeah.
The thing is, I've been in the bars and clubs and shit, and I hear these records a lot. So when T-Pain played that Pitbull, I was like, "Oh no, why'd you do that?"
He could have played Gulo. He could have, you know what I mean? There's like a fucking album, like legit.
I think Lil Jon lost one round. It was that one.
I had John losing a bunch of rounds. I'll pull it up.
He lost a few. The one when he played that one record, but that one reggaeton record in '94 or whatever. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
and you didn't know I produced
the reggae
that.
one. The reggae one. Yeah.
I was like, oh, why'd you play? I was like, well, okay. And then, T-Pain was like, okay, because sometimes when I see someone on my scorecard being down, I'm like, okay, come on, T-Pain. It's like Friday. Come on, Craig. Yeah. Like, pick up a brick or something.
It's just tough when T-Pain plays Got Money and you start partying and then John drops Damn.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
It's tough.
You're outmatched at that point.
Yeah. And then when T-Pain drops I'm Sprung and you start getting your vibe and then John's like, oh, that's cute. And then he don't even get into Freak Leak right away. He gets into
that was mean. That was very mean. That wasn't cruel. That was mean. Because I knew exactly what he was gonna do.
The messed up part though, dude, is that he was like, "Oh, that's cute," and then play the shit.
Yeah,
and
like, dude, what the fuck?
And then he played what's it called? The lovey-dovey, like the kiss with Chris Brown. I'm like, okay, and he's like, oh, that's cute. I had this other chick I was working with, and he plays My Goodies, and I was like, oh, you bitch.
Yeah, I still went with Kiss over My Goodies. Like
that was a tie for me. That was a tie.
My Goodies is cool. I've never been like the highest on that song outside of P.D. Paul's first verse or P.D. Pablo's first verse.
I feel how Sierra flowed on that was really creative to me, and the video, how she was dancing, all that shit was dope to me. It was dope.
Yeah, I get it. The full effect of it, definitely, I agree with you. But Kiss is, to me, anyways, is like the better just song. You know what I mean?
I get it. It's potato. Fuck it. I love them both.
Yeah, no, I mean it's everybody's opinion too. You know what I mean? It's not like
right. Yeah. So, and then, of course, T-Pain for me made a run. And I thought it was funny. He pulled the devil out himself, and he actually won that round. I was like, wow, good for you.
And then when did they start getting lopsided?
Well, I had, after round 16, it wasn't really lopsided to me. After round 16, I had it 9-7. Because to me, T-Pain went on a, once John smacked him with Trillville some cut, to me, T-Pain went on a 3-0 run. He was able to close the gap, but it was just what happened to happen was he pulls out Bartender, and boy, do I love me some Bartender. And then he just counters with, oh, that's nice. Yeah, here, let's go to the bay, blow the whistle. And I'm like, well.
You lost that one. Nice try.
Nice try.
Sorry, Fahim Najm, but this is
and
when
he didn't even play Tell Me When to Go. That's the craziest part. I was just like, he didn't even play Tell Me When to Go.
He played that shit on the fucking after party.
Yeah. And then, of course, when you play Snap Your Fingers, like, to me, Snap Your Fingers has, one of my favorite E40 verses all time.
Who do you play? He played Snap My Fingers after T-Pain played what?
Buy You a Drink, Finger Snapping.
Snap Your Fingers,
So like
he goes, I think that was inspired by a song. Let me play it.
I like the showmanship of both. And and props off to T-Pain because from jump, his set was sounding like it was coming straight from a live show.
Yeah, he had the live. He had the live mix.
So to me, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was fire.
Like hearing different,
I was fucking with it.
Yeah, hearing different keynotes and chords to go along with the records was dope. Yep. So that to me, that's what made it more entertaining because without that, John walks away with this in a landslide.
But he did lose one round just off top when he played "I'm a Flirt." I looked at that.
No, that's what I'm saying. He won bringing out the devil, and he won. That's what I was referring to.
I didn't
know what you meant by that. As soon as I heard "I'm a Flirt,"
I didn't know what you meant either, but I didn't call that a win though, bro.
As soon as I heard "I'm a Flirt,"
because it went against Gasolina. I was never really a fan of Gasolina.
Nah, anything R. Kelly, it's just an instant yuck. You lose. You lose.
Double time.
Shit.
See, but that goes to what I was saying in the past, though. It's like you got to remember some of these guys got their biggest hits.
Oh, that's cool.
With that nigga, so it's like I ain't gonna punish you for that shit. Like that's your
I would. That's cool.
Nah.
And the shit wasn't like it was focused. He didn't play R. Kelly's part. He jumped straight to.
But still, it's like
out the way,
the stitches on it.
He played the hook.
Yeah, he did.
No,
what do you mean?
No, what I'm saying is he didn't. You know how they would play out verses?
Yeah.
He went straight to his after.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you gotta go. Unfortunately, you gotta play the hook to know what the hell the song is. You can't just jump to your verse.
Hey, man, it was just a ugh.
But I gave that I gave that one to T-Pain.
Wow. Not me. Not
I couldn't do it.
That went instantly to John.
Yeah.
He was already down on
It didn't even matter what he played, bro.
Y'all wild.
No, we ain't wild.
Nah. That's just that one is like legit just my opinion. Like you pull out the R. Kelly card, you done. That's a white flag for that round.
Yeah. I remember I read the comments. I read the comments. Everyone was just like, nah.
That's fine. That is y'all. I still gave him a win for that because again, never been the biggest fan of Gasoline. I also got to like my thought process in this is like just be true. Like yeah, it's nasty in hindsight now. Was T-Pain's part still fucking dope? Of course, it was great. That's what the focus on.
So Chris Benoit matches, but I hate watching them. I
watched the documentary.
Yeah,
I didn't start from watching the documentary. So
of course, the documentary talks about his life. I'm talking about his matches. I hate.
I was still watching those shits.
Oh, the matches, yeah, but I don't watch them like daily. Like I'm just saying.
Who does? That's like saying we listen to R. Kelly daily. Nobody listen to him daily. It was just a battle. It happened to be one of his.
I listened to him to be honest with you.
But that's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at too. When all that shit came out last year, it was. You got to remember, some of these guys they gave their best efforts on songs with him. So it's
yeah,
I guess. 22. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. Like you gotta recognize it when you recognize it, but then after that, yuck.
Yeah. It wasn't like I went back and was like, okay, now I got to play the whole "I'm a Flirt" song. Like, nah, it was. I didn't do that.
JC, if you would have done that, bro.
Nah,
your ass would have played the Bow Wow version, knowing your ass.
Yeah, when I wrote down the artist, I wrote down Bow Wow and R. Kelly because it's Bow Wow's song.
Well, the remix was just Yuck and everyone else. That's what I'm gonna call him now. He's just Yuck. That's like just Yuck.
That's just his name and shit.
It's just his name. Yuck.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like I had John winning 13-7, but overall that was just a magnificent fucking battle.
That was entertaining as hell. That was very, and they even went on a what's it called? Intermission.
Well, they did an after party.
No. Yeah. When the thing was going up, like the first hour was going up, they went on an intermission and came right back.
Yeah.
Lil Jon was smart on that shit, man. Like seriously,
don't they give him a countdown clock or something? I think they give him a
screen apparently.
Yeah, they give him a countdown.
Lil Jon told T-Pain how to check it.
Right.
Yeah.
So that makes it easier.
For that kind of battle, you need a couple intermissions. Like it's party music nonstop, so you kind of need to take a break. So I was that was one of the battles I wish that it could have been in a club or a venue because the party would have been pumping. God.
Can you imagine being at that venue?
Because people would die.
Okay, off the Hood records. Just off the Hood records.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Just don't know why T-Pain played 5. It was hella funny when he played 5 o'clock in the morning, and then he played "I Don't Give a Fuck," and T-Pain was like, "That went #1 in the UK."
Yeah.
Yo, man, T-Pain needs a show for real. Like he needs something, dude. That motherfucker is funny as shit.
Yeah, he is.
That was hilarious. He's like, "It went #1 in the UK." Come on, Jonathan.
I was gonna say, I would, in all honesty, from the standpoint of the battle and the showmanship that they presented, and including the history lessons that they were putting up through there. Like, I had no idea that T-Pain and Chris Brown were in the presidential video until he said it. He goes, "Yeah, so we both signed our deal the same day, and then they flew us out to go be in the video."
Yeah,
it's like,
chill some niggas, and then you look in the video, and there they are.
Yeah, so from the standpoint of those three, I would put this one ahead of the John Austin Neo battle. Because just from that standpoint, where it was they had the benefit of the doubt of seeing everything happen the first week, and then taking that and then capitalizing.
I think for me, the top 3 battles for me so far is the Deontay Adams and the Deontay Austin and Neo battle, Timbaland and fucking Swizz, and what's his name? Oh my god, the one we just talked about, Lil Jon and T-Pain. That was great.
Yeah.
Now,
Lil Jon T-Pain.
Yeah, Lil Jon T-Pain. And now, well, Sunday, I was kind of the WrestleMania. I'm gonna say because night 2 was weak, so I was like, okay, it would be nice if we had another battle. We were prepping for another battle, the one that everybody wanted. It was gonna be the main event, Babyface with L.A. Reid. That's kind of a yuck there, but whatever. Going against Teddy Riley, and everyone was like, okay, it's happening. Oh my god, it's happening.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Teddy Riley announced when they were doing the Blackstreet show. He announced
on his stream.
And then officially Timbaland and Swizz announced it was just Babyface and Teddy Riley. But at that point, it didn't matter. Like, it was it's Babyface and Teddy Riley. Like, let's go. Let's do it.
Seriously.
So then, in the wee hours of the morning, I saw on my boy D.Omen, shout out to him. He posted a clip saying, he posted on his Twitter saying, yeah, because he's really close with Timbaland and Swizz Beatz. He was like, yeah, the battle got postponed. And I was like, what? And then it got announced on Instagram, and I was like, it got postponed. What the fuck? Fuck. So everyone was low-key disappointed and shit like that, and I was like, all right, they got to move to another date. But then in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, man, these niggas are old. So one of these niggas want money. That's what I was thinking to myself. One of these niggas. And I bet money that's Teddy Riley. That was my thought process. So WrestleMania was going on, and it was boring. There was some long-ass matches that were boring, and I'm like, man, this battle would have came in clutch right now. But nope. So anyway, this past morning, this Monday morning, Charlemagne was on Instagram Live, and he was talking to Teddy Riley. And Teddy Riley goes and says, what happened? Like, why did the battle get postponed? And Teddy Riley goes and says, Babyface was sick that day. That's why it got delayed. That was the first excuse. And then the excuse turned into, well, we kind of want to do it right because I work with this company. And all that. And blah, 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 blah. So Charlemagne's all going like, oh, so it's not going to be on Instagram? It's like, oh, yo, it's going to be on Instagram. But, it's going to be in the story. You just swipe up and it takes you to the website. And we could just do it right because we don't want to, stop it because Instagram Live goes an hour and all that. So after that, we can have moderators and we could just do this stuff right. So after we do a round, we just cuts to Snoop Dogg or Charlemagne like, oh, what'd you think about that round? And I was like, nigga, what? No, that's not how this shit goes. What the fuck? And it's funny because literally when the battle got postponed, an interview came out with Vibe Magazine. Shout out to my boy Will, who conducted it with Swizz Beatz and Timbaland. Swizz Beatz and Timbaland said they're just doing this shit out of love for the culture right now because of what's going on right now. There's a lot of, with the whole coronavirus and shit like that. They're pretty much saying like we're calling our peers to do this for the culture and for the people. And when you go into these battles, everyone in the industry is in there just to enjoy themselves. They're doing their own personal scorecards in the comments and all types of shit. And they've said, companies have approached us and we've declined them. I mean, yeah, that will come. But right now, everyone's out of work right now. There's about 6.6 million people that are out of work. Why the hell are we trying to capitalize on this shit? When the industry gets involved in it, then everything gets fucked up. And I was like, that's real. So then Teddy Riley comes in and tries to jack the whole shit, and pretty much what he's saying is that he's pretty much trying to fucking capitalize off of it and try to make money off of it on his website and try to make money for him, and then he tried to change the rules and all types of shit. So then after that, my boy D-Dot had to come out again, like D-Omen came out and it's going like, just to be clear, Teddy Riley's only speaking for himself. He has nothing to do with the Verzuz because he's the one that fucking announced the battle because he was supposed to not say anything, but he announced it. He announced it before Timbaland and Swizz Beatz had to make the confirmation. So what he's doing with that battle, that's on him. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And Timbaland and Swizz Beatz pretty much co-signed it. And I guess the battle ain't going to happen again. And people are low-key mad at Teddy Riley for just being an old head. Yeah. But that's that.
I'm not mad at it from the standpoint of, you got to remember, Teddy Riley comes from an era where he had to fight for his dollar.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's not our era. And you gotta respect that. He's from an era where I gotta fight for my dollar, and I'll be damned if anybody makes a dollar off of me, regardless of the situation. So from that aspect, it sucks definitely, because you definitely would want to see something like that. But if he jumped out before it even got announced by Timbaland and Swiss Beats, and he has a platform, why get upset at that too? Because if we're also in support of black entrepreneurship, and especially black tech in an era where we don't really see a lot of black people in tech, and we know that for a fact coming because we are in Silicon Valley. Like, you don't really hear too much about that from that standpoint. It is what it is. What I ended up seeing was just a bunch of people just showing how throughout this crisis there's still that level of entitlement.
I don't think it was entitlement. I don't think that was entitlement.
Well, you got to understand,
it was just off the principle of it.
But you got to understand, we see different things. So
yeah, I get you, but I'm talking from a fan perspective.
So when I'm talking about entitlement, it was what I was seeing was Teddy Riley needs to just shut the hell up and just do it because we're all struggling. It's like, wait, what? Who the hell are you? Like,
I don't think people said shut the hell up.
No, fam. Again, we see different things. So that's what I'm getting at. This is what I saw. This is what I read. So from the sense of entitlement, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, you can still be upset. You can voice your opinion, but there are people acting like they were really dropping $100 to see this show. Like,
I don't think go on.
We're getting free entertainment, and if one person wants to happen to capitalize, I mean, if it was somebody like, I don't know, somebody from our era, then it'd be like, all right, you kind of doing too much. But again, you're talking about somebody that don't give a fuck about views. Like, they don't view their success isn't based off views.
Yeah,
it's
seriously.
about somebody that's based off of, I fought to get my dollar back in the day. There's this platform that is probably going to end up making buku dollars off of my name because of me participating on it. Why don't I try to get a share of the pot? And if that's the case, you can't really fault them, because how are you going to fault a creator for wanting to be compensated for creations?
I look at it as this. He tried to bring the industry into it, and he was trying to make money off of it, but he was kind of tone deaf to what the situation is right now. That's how I looked at it. And it's just like, you need to just go with the times. The money will come. But then again, he hasn't been in this type of situation. I was talking to someone that was grew up in the era that Teddy Riley was, when the New Jack Swing and shit like that. And they pretty much said the same shit I was feeling. It was just like, just do it. Just fucking do it, man. This is a new era. You just have to adapt to it. But then again, people just think differently. And it just is what it is. I just called him a tone deaf old head, and that's just what it is.
I feel like that's more fair. The fan of me was like, "Oh man, come on, just do it." You gotta remember though, these cats are businessmen too. So
yeah, that's why. And then when I
just gonna jump on that, and
then when I saw what D-Dot was saying, and then what D-Dot was saying, he was going like Teddy Riley went and announced it himself on his platform. So it was kind of like, and this whole Verzuz shit was Timbaland and Swiss Beats. This was their shit. And then he's pretty much trying to take that idea and try to mold it into his own shit. And it's like, nah, bro. Like I said, Timbaland and Swiss Beats said flat out, when you bring the industry into it, that's where shit gets fucked up. They called it a history lesson. They're trying to educate people. Like, young heads listening, like watching these battles, they're going like, oh wow, you wrote that? Oh wow, you produced that? And they could just stop and tell stories about how they wrote it and just get free game. But everyone's not in depth like that. And I think someone else on Twitter said like, yeah, Teddy Riley didn't grow up in the battle era, so he probably doesn't really understand it. And probably Babyface would have smoked him. So that's what they said. Bro. Hey, I didn't say it. I was like, oh, come on now.
It would have been a great battle when you consider the fact that there would have been a round, or could have been a round, that would have been strictly Bobby Brown, which would have been My Prerogative versus Every Little Step.
Yeah, that was from Babyface or Teddy Riley.
Huh?
That would have either been Babyface or Teddy Riley with the Bobby Brown.
They both each produced it.
Okay.
They produced each song.
Because everyone keeps saying, they keep talking about Teddy Riley because he did Dangerous. And I'm like, yeah, he did do Dangerous. But he also did some other fuck shit when it came to Michael. And I mean, I would get into it, but...
I mean, that's not... But that's... I
know it's not part of the battle. That's why I stopped myself. I was like, it doesn't really matter. But it was just like, yeah, he did Dangerous. He did, like... I was thinking, he did Remember the Times. He did Jam. He did...
I mean, the thing is,
first 5 songs...
New Jack Swing is named after... That's Teddy Riley's creation.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, I know, but you can't just focus on Michael. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, but you don't have to. Teddy Riley got bangers.
Oh, I know he does.
If you don't focus on Michael,
Michael shit, man.
Yeah, like, if you don't focus on Michael, you got to remember Teddy Riley. No. Teddy Riley's main arsenal at the time was Keith Sweat.
Oh, I know. I'm very aware of that. Oh, we're talking. We're talking to the people.
Yeah.
Hi, people.
Yeah.
So I keep forgetting Teddy Riley before he even got to Bobby Brown and started diversifying the sound, he had Keith Sweat. He had his own group, which was Guy. Mm-hmm. He did stuff with Rex and Effects because his younger brother was in the group.
Right.
He, if I'm not mistaken, he handled the New Jack Swing soundtrack.
Yeah.
He was doing soundtrack joints. So I mean, like, Teddy Riley's name was out there before he.
And Babyface did the entire Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Well, Babyface has his own label.
I know, that's what I'm saying. LaFence Records. And then he did the whole Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. What else did he write? He wrote for Eric Clapton. He wrote for Michael. He wrote for, my God, he's just
Tony Braxton's debut. Every act that came on LaFace that he had a hand in.
And you know what I felt bad in the battle, bad in all this is Babyface, because Babyface is probably just, he doesn't have the Rona, thank God, but it's just, he's just sick in bed looking on his phone like, wait, I'm in a battle? The fuck? Huh? What?
Yeah, right, man. I'm sure he knew.
But then he sees Teddy Riley talking like, "What are you doing?" No, what?
That part. He was probably tripping on that. You know what I mean?
Like Teddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why'd you fuck this up? What?
Like, wait, hold up.
Well, right. I'll just sip my tea and go back to sleep. Shit.
I mean, but to be honest, all this stuff that Teddy's doing, it just further lets me know that people have no idea what would have happened if it was Prince versus Michael. Like, if they got upset with this.
Oh my God!
If that shit would have gotten postponed, people would have been pissed. I would have been pissed.
No, of course they would have.
There would have been a riot.
Yeah, but you got to remember too. You got to understand, if Teddy Riley was doing this, Prince is the one that was introducing technology to the entertainment industry.
Prince would have postponed the shit. Niggas would have been mad, and people thought, "Oh, you scared of the smoke from Michael?" I could just hear it.
Yeah, of course. Those that don't, but see, that's the case from those that don't understand what Prince did outside of the recording booths. Prince is the one that brought the CD-ROMs into effect. Prince is the one that had people, when you bought the albums, you could go to the website. Back at a time when
we call it the Prince rule when it comes to the tour. Like buy the album, you get a ticket. We call it the Prince rule.
Yeah, so
and, of course.
So, and again, if we're talking about cats that aren't from our era, they're the forefathers. Prince also went on stage and wrote "slave" on his face because he was getting cheated out of his dollar.
Man, there was a reason why Tidal was the only streaming service that had his music. So, I mean, yeah, everyone knows it. But it was Michael versus Prince. Yeah, and they announced it, and they were about to do it. I could see that shit happening. They announced it, they were literally about to do it, and Prince backs out at the last minute just to be an asshole to Michael.
Easy money.
I mean, yeah, like that's pretty obvious though, man. Like
just to make him think.
Yeah,
like that would be a war tactic. Just to have all his just to have everything ready to go, and just to make him think for another few days about what 20 songs do you really want to put up against me, Michael?
He would have been the originator of the term, like you thought. You know what I mean? Like for real.
That would be a good battle.
That would be fucking amazing, bro.
That would be a good, because I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it when I was like, what 20 songs would, and I was thinking, that song. And I was thinking about what Prince would play to what Michael, man, that'll got to be more than 20. Maybe, 20 hits versus, damn. I don't know. That'd be fire, though.
It'd be more like 200, man. Shit.
Nah.
I mean, they could go that. Tell me they can't.
They probably, I think Prince can. I don't think Michael can. And I'm a Michael fan saying that. I'm a Michael fan saying that. Trust me, I know.
Prince will hit you with a different song for a different mood of the day. You got like 16 different moods. He got a song for Tuesday's mood.
Michael got music for stadium. He got stadium music. He has music that kind of just makes you feel good and dance and shit. Prince is just, like I said, he's just a whole different animal. They're both the same animal and the same beast. Is that what Kobe says? Same animal, same beast?
No, different animal, same beast.
Different animal, same beast. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so when the time comes, if it happens, it happens. Me, I wasn't tripping. I was like, all right, we'll see what the next battle is.
Yeah, I was whatever. They already said they have a lot of battles in the tuck already. So
yeah, what I like is they're trying to get the women of the industry involved now.
people say they want to see Missy versus Nikki, and I'm like, Nikki will get washed.
No,
oh my god,
you do not want to see that.
Nikki will cuss her out. She will leave the chat
unless you want to watch a murder.
Oh my god,
if you want to watch a murder, sure.
Nikki will not hold up. No, she will not.
No, hell no.
I mean, Missy's being all modest. Missy's being all modest about it. Like, oh, he's like, I don't really got it like that. Like, yeah, don't be modest. Don't be modest, motherfucker.
Missy could play her 15th biggest hit
over Nikki's biggest hit.
Yeah, and and
it will shit on it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize what Missy has done,
or they don't care to.
Yeah, they don't want to do the history.
Yeah, they're lazy. But you got nothing but time now, people.
I would like to see,
and for real,
I would like to see probably MC Light versus Queen Latifah. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
that's a fair
cool.
battle.
Yeah,
that's fair,
and a history lesson for sure.
Lil Kim versus Foxy. Nah, Lil Kim would win that. Maybe. Nah, Lil Kim would.
Maybe. Now you're thinking about it, right?
But no, I'm thinking about their egos. But if you take their egos away,
but again, this is all just based off of wish list. It ain't based on.
Yeah, I'm doing wish list.
The ego, like it's just putting names together.
Who else would be a great female battle? Mariah Carey and Janet Jackson. That would be interesting. Mariah Carey versus Janet. That would be something. Who else? Fuck, I'm
Monica
thinking.
and Brandy.
Oh
shit!
Oh, don't do that. Oh, I just made the Kobe face right now. Oh.
That shit has to happen, dog.
Like that'll put an end to that shit once and for all.
For real.
No, it would just be. It would just continue.
The boys' mind for last.
Yeah.
No, that has to go away.
Yeah,
I mean, well, obviously, but
it'll be like the song you hear in the end when they celebrate.
For them, you go 21 rounds. For them, you go 21 rounds, and then the final round that's the song, and you pick which one. You pick which one.
Oh shit! Like,
and it's fun. And then I'm trying to think what other females would go good with each other. Female rappers, because I'm trying
to find somebody that could go up with Toni Braxton. That would make it fair and competitive.
Damn.
But Toni Braxton. It was in my mind. I saw it in my mind. And she went away. Oh, I see her. I see her.
It sounds like there's a reason why she went away.
No. There is somebody. There's somebody.
Toni Braxton? Oh shit, I'm out.
Toni Braxton. No, there's somebody. Fucking bitch. Fuck.
Whoa, hey.
No, because it was literally in my head, and I was gonna say it, and then it went away, and because it, I don't know. It'll probably pop up again, probably during this whole show.
It's gonna pop up like at the most randomest time.
Probably towards the end. Shit. Beyonce or Rihanna.
Oh, that's easy. I mean, yeah, that would have to be.
I just know they gotta get somebody to go up against Candy Burris.
Candy Bear? Oh, okay.
Songwriter.
Yeah, I know.
Songwriter from En Vogue.
Mm-hmm. What you gonna be?
No, not En Vogue. I'm sorry, not En Vogue. Escape.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that was on You and That.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I see her face. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's a legit songwriter.
I was thinking of somebody
like that. That's something for those that don't know about her. Go look up her writing credits. She's got writing credits for days.
Yeah, she wrote for NSYNC. She wrote for you say E40. Yeah, well, not actually for E40, but she did the hook. Yeah. I'm trying to think what other female rappers would really do well. Eve versus Nick. Nah, not Nicki.
You said Eve?
Yeah.
Well, they started. It wasn't just hip hop too. Like it started going outside the culture.
No.
But no. Get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It started going outside the culture. They had Ryan Tedder go against Benny Blanco the other day too.
Who?
Ryan. So from the
Ryan Tedder
pop genre. Ryan Tedder and then Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
So that wasn't officially versus, but Swiss and Timo did recognize and saluted them for like. Yeah, if you guys want to do that for your genre too, pop off. Let's go.
Shit, Max Martin versus what's her name? Old girl who wrote all the other pop songs. I've seen her. She's a white girl, Diane something. I forgot her name. She wrote that fucking Aerosmith song. Don't wanna close my eyes. That chick. But yeah,
they got some other ones that are more like those are more fan favorites. Like they just postponed Bobby V versus Pleasure P. That'll be more of a fan favorite one. Travis Port. See, y'all laugh about it. That'll be like a fan favorite for Southerners. That'll be a good battle for all people that come from the South. Because both of them, guys.
I get it, but I'm looking at it and just like I don't find that interesting.
Well, that's why I said that's why I said it's got to be a fan favorite. If you ain't a fan of them,
are you a fan of them? Would you watch that JC just for the fuckery?
Oh yeah,
of course you would. Bobby V and Pleasure P got a classic album apiece, in my opinion. Bobby V's his second album, the one that he had the track that's produced by Timbaland. I'm drawing a blank on that. That album to me is a classic. Reason. And then Slow Down. And then no, that was on his first album.
Oh, okay.
His second album to me was legit. And then Pleasure P's debut album is a classic. Like you guys just gotta remember, like there's people around the world that got different experiences with different artists. So even though they're not global, I'm not saying it's gonna be a big global battle. This would be a personal fan favorite.
I think global, but I'm thinking
they got another fan favorite that they're trying to do too. Travis Porter called out Migos, and I was like, why do you want to battle? Why do you want to battle what you didn't become?
Seriously, no. That battle will only go one round, and then that's it. No,
that battle's going 7 rounds tops. Because I'm not gonna play Travis Porter. Travis Porter got a few classics,
bangers, man.
I know they got bangers. I know. Okay, not one round. I was being an asshole. Yeah, it will only go like at least a few rounds, and then after that, it's a wrap.
Yeah, after that, it's gonna get ugly.
Yeah, it will
but I would want to see. I would want to see it just because of people that still talk like, oh, Travis Porter would definitely give Migos a run for money, and they've been saying that long before this even came out this weekend. Oh, Travis Porter was definitely what Migos was should have been. They did, just this isn't third to what's happening. So it's like, all right, well, let's put the songs up now. Let's see how it plays out.
And then reality will hit them. And
exactly.
Then they're not going to admit it. Another one I kept seeing on Twitter, which was quite funny. Back to the rappers. They were saying Drake versus Kanye, and people feel that it will be a close one, Drake versus Kanye. And I was like, no, it will not. And you all will really get a reality check if it's Drake's 20 versus Kanye's 20. No. And I'm not.
It also depends on the 22, and it depends on the round they play. It ain't just 20 versus 20. It depends on the round too, fam. That's the thing.
What do you mean the round?
Because that's how I'm going off of. I'm not going off of, okay, they're playing 20 songs now, who wins? I'm going off of, okay, this is your first song, this is your first song. That's round one.
Oh yeah,
that's how I've been scoring.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
It's based on it's different. It ain't just cut and dry as
people's criteria. People's criteria.
What does whoever goes second, like, what do they play as the rebuttal? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that outweigh the first track? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think Drake has a song that can outweigh a Kanye song.
Personally, as much as I dislike Drake, that will be a lot closer than you think.
Yeah. Give me a Drake song and I can tell you a Kanye song to rebuttal with it. But just out of curiosity.
That's if it goes that way. What if it's the other way around?
So give me a Drake song and I can give you a Kanye song to rebuttal with it.
That's the same thing you just said.
Yeah, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter.
I know it doesn't matter. So pretty much it's just gonna be a battle of. I'm just saying, honestly, I'm just looking at, no matter what way it goes, Kanye's going to win.
Well, you also got to remember too. You're talking about Kanye, who is elite in albums, versus going up against somebody that is the bar for singles. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about albums. I'm
talking about songs too. Kanye got 10 hit songs too. He got almost 20.
But you're missing what I'm saying. Yes, nobody's saying Kanye got hits. The problem is you're going against somebody that their specialization and what they focus on solely is their hits. Like, we've seen that from the quality and perception of their albums in comparison to each other. So yeah, Kanye got hits. Drake is the poster child for what is the modern day hit. Like, there's no disputing that.
So that's why modern day.
Why it's gonna be. It's not just gonna be all Kanye. I mean, they're saying the same thing with Pharrell and Kanye. Like, it's not. I'm in a battle. I would pick Pharrell.
You would pick Pharrell over Kanye.
I would definitely pick Pharrell over.
Hell yes.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Name a Kanye beat, and I can counter that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's Pharrell. I'm a hustler, baby. Give it to me.
Give it to me over Power. Okay. I just said it. I just said something Power, and I was like, really?
Martin,
Power
you
over
rock the party
I'm
over.
talking like.
I mean, look, man.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
That's the better song. The better song.
Close,
so it's like what? Right. So your criteria is what gets the party rocking. What's the big hit record?
It's in a
battle.
No, in a battle. It's
in a battle. So if you
battle,
play, so you feel give it to me is better than Power.
Hell yes, in a battle.
You are fucking wilding, both of y'all. But that's y'all opinion. That's cool.
Nah,
but see, you're a Kanye
stan.
Power.
You know what I'm saying? I love that song.
Even then, I love both those songs. I love them both. But Power is, like I said, that's y'all opinion. That's y'all opinion. It is what it is.
Like if
but
I
like
were to,
it would depend too, like on the situation, bro. Like you know what I mean, like what was played previously or what you what you have left and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's actually very strategic too. You know what I'm saying? Like you're looking at it as just song is like one song's better than the next or whatever. But
yeah, I understand it's strategic.
Over the whole
because all you know is Pharrell could
game pretty much.
Pharrell could bait him into playing some of his bigger records early.
And
then just and closing it, and then but see, Pharrell's got massive hits with the Neptunes. You know what I mean? Like they're both on the Mount Rushmore in terms of hip hop producers.
Oh, for sure.
Pharrell has a more global approach than Kanye does. Like there's no disputing that. Pharrell goes outside of the genre and makes.
I get that, but
hits.
you keep down. I get you. You say that, but you can't be downplaying Kanye like that. He's literally global, just like Pharrell musically as well. I know.
No, but he kind of sticks to one genre though, bro.
That's what we're saying
for the most part. And what you call it?
The point of going.
I mean, he did Happy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what's Kanye gonna respond to with that?
It's I would say it's a more grand prolific version of what we just saw with Scott Storch and Manny Fresh, and I'm not saying Kanye is. I'm not saying no way Kanye is Manny Fresh. What I'm saying is that Pharrell, you would have a better chance of remembering. Oh yeah, Pharrell did that than of Kanye being. Oh shit, Kanye did do that. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Because Pharrell's hits are more global than Kanye's were. It doesn't mean that it's the better song. It's just what was more globally recognized.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, we could all agree to disagree on that one, but it is what it is.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I don't even like going into it like, oh, they would wash. Like, you don't know. We don't know. Just let's see it play out.
It hasn't happened yet, and especially how Kanye's mind is right now. I don't know. We'll see.
I would say fuck it up more than anything, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I would honestly say anybody going into that thinking that Kanye just gets washed is like they're not going in thinking about what's going to take place. However, I would go into it taking Pharrell as a -3 favorite.
Damn, you talking like bets and shit. It's wild.
I would say Pharrell, like just all things considered, I think he would actually be the favorite. Yeah.
Well, that's y'all.
I'm just saying, bro. All things considered, the different genres, the different styles of music and shit like that, the different people that he's worked with. I don't know. I feel like he has more in the arsenal than Kanye does, bro.
I'm just thinking about Kanye's arsenal with Hove and for like if they go into the Hove bag, I'm thinking who has the bigger one.
That's the thing, though. Pharrell got that same Hove bag, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Both of them.
Yeah,
both of them.
Pharrell also got a Justin bag.
He's got
Pharrell also
Snoop.
got Kanye got a Pusha T bag, but Pharrell got the Clips bag.
Yeah.
Kanye got Alicia Keys. Kanye got Drake. Kanye got Hove. Kanye got himself.
Pharrell got Drake. Pharrell got Kendrick.
Kanye got Kendrick.
You gotta remember that Mad City. That's Pharrell.
That's not Pharrell.
Yes, it is.
Pharrell's
no. I'm sorry.
All Right.
Good Kid and All Right. Those
Good
are
Kid
Pharrell.
was Chad. Yeah, Good Kid was. Yeah. I know. That was Pharrell. Good Kid and All Right. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here or there. It hasn't even fucking happened yet. I don't think it will. I don't know. If it happens,
it's
I hope
not
it
going to
does.
happen. So
that one I would love to see. I would pay to see that shit.
We'll see.
All I know is I have faith in Swiss and Timbo when they announce the next battles. Like, I see a bunch of people already giving up on them. Like, well, you couldn't even get this one right. Like,
no, Teddy Riley fucked that up. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, but you got to understand, not everybody feels the way that we feel logically. Like they just look at it like, oh, it wasn't put on, so they failed us. Whatever, I'm not tuning in anymore. This and that, and that's where I come in, where I'm speaking on that sense of entitlement, where it's like, fam, we literally just saw a T-Pain Lil Jon show that could easily have gone for at least $50. But we all got to have fun for free. Like,
I think the majority.
Enjoy the
I think the majority think like us, and they're going like, yeah, Teddy Riley fucked that up, so y'all just need to just come on with it, and they will. I believe it. I mean, shit, we'll see it. We're getting it for free. They're giving it to us, so fuck it. Diddy, JD. I have a feeling that's going to be the next one. Diddy and JD. I
think that might end up being the last one.
Who knows?
Like once it becomes clear, because you know Puff is a showman. So once it becomes clear, hey, okay, everybody got one more week left to be isolated in quarantine. Puff can be like, all right, let's do it on the last night.
That sounds like some Puff shit to do, man. Like for real.
Because then he'll just do it in the middle of the night.
Because then he'll finish it and they'll be like, oh yeah, making the band on its way next week.
You stupid.
Tell me I'm lying.
Nah, I can't.
I mean, I'm not gonna try to assume what Puff would do, but it's just like, hey, it is what it is. So we were talking about earlier. We're talking about Aubrey. Yeah.
Music dropped, including him.
Yeah, I know that, but it was like the biggest. That was this one. It was the thing everyone was fucking talking about. I heard it before the shit. Someone sent me a leak of it, like exclusively, and I was like, "Oh, you nice. Oh, you're nice." Didn't care, but I was like, "That's nice of you." And I heard it, and I knew exactly what he was doing. And I was just like, "All right, give an ode to Michael. That's nice." And I'm like, "This is gonna be huge on TikTok. That's nice." And that's how I feel about the track.
So for those who don't know, Drake releases a track called Tootsie Slide, which is basically the cha-cha slide with
it's the hokey pokey,
some G'd out bars.
It is the hokey pokey.
That's
put the right foot in and the right foot out, right foot in and you shake it all about.
That's what happened. That Tootsie Slide is what would happen if the Cupid Shuffle went to the bando.
What?
Like, because he was talking about putting hits out on people on the record. I was like, oh shit, what? All right, bet. Yeah, it's a fun record. Like, I didn't put much stock into it.
The video, did you see the video of it?
Yeah,
of him in his Wayne. I'm calling that Wayne Manor. That's Wayne Manor. That house is huge. I mean, it was a quarantine video. So he was just going around his house in a ski mask, and then he let off the fireworks on the hills. Like, oh, this nigga is rich.
Yeah, I got no issue with it. I knew what it was about. Go make a song that's going to pop off on another social media platform.
Dude makes these records in his sleep. He makes these records in these type of records specifically. And it was crazy, and they call me the Drake hater. I was seeing people really roasting it, like, oh, why is he making these type of records? He doesn't need to be making, this is fucking trash. I'm going like, dude, just back in March, he dropped those 2 records, and he was rapping his ass off, and y'all said nothing. And I was like, what? All right. So that's all I said. I was like, all right, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And you all calling me the Drake hater. It's just, this is what he does. He does this shit in his sleep. So
what I did find interesting, though, was the copyright on this. I was like, okay.
Yeah, Frozen Moments. Yeah, he's free. He's free!
Nah, it ain't. Nah, this ain't Frozen Moments.
OVO.
It is OVO Republic.
Oh yeah, he's been on Republic forever, but yeah, he's free from Cash Money. He's officially
it is
free.
No Frozen Moments, don't it? It is.
Oh no, it said Frozen Moments in the end of the video though. It said Frozen Moments in the end of the video.
Okay, but it's not saying it here on iTunes.
You never know. They probably updated it.
It says OVO under exclusive license to Republic Records.
Well, like I said, Frozen Moments is still in the tuck. So either way, he's not on Cash Money or Young Money. He is free.
Yeah, he's moving on his own. So that's I figured that not a bad way to go about it too. Hey, I'm gonna give you guys a song to dance to, and so I can collect some coin on a different platform. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun.
Mad at it.
Man, me neither. I'm like, go ahead and do what you do. Like, honestly, he really should just forget about What a Time to Be Alive 2 and just drop this solo album or whatever he has planned. So,
I mean, shit, you say that, but both of him and Future, they're working individually, and it's like leading up to. You kind of see it's gonna lead up to like the Clash of the Titans with them for that again, because Future dropped Tycoon. Tycoon is a great fucking song.
Tycoon. When did this drop?
Dropped last week. He dropped the video for it too.
Oh shit!
It's a good fucking song.
They both dropped at the same time? Huh.
No, Tycoon dropped earlier in the week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Drake dropped Tootsie Slide on the Friday. But Tycoon was already out by Tuesday, I think. Yeah, it has this feel where it's like, again, it's like a little contradictory because you're like, oh, we ain't got nothing but time to do the music, and then it's like, okay, well now they're kind of working towards What a Time to Be Alive 2, and it's like, no, don't do that shit. And it's like, well, they kind of got the time to do it, so they might as well do it now.
No, I'm just saying that because it's just like Drake is having pretty much everyone's really just focused on Drake right now. Every time he does something, it's news. He's on Instagram Live, and it's just, oh my god, Drake is on Instagram Live. The niggas are taking screenshots of the shit he's saying on Instagram Live. He's bored.
Drake making appearances too, boy. He been on he's on Joe quarantine. Went on quarantine radio, got that shit up to 300,000 plus, and then went on Joe Budden's IG and told Jada Fire she was still in G Unit.
Yeah, he was talking to Joe. He was talking to Joe Budden and shit, saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna show up on your podcast, or I'm gonna let you interview me after my album drops and whatever." I just looked at it, man. Arbery is bored. Like he got nothing to do in that big old house but be on Instagram like the rest of us and drink.
That might be cool though, just to be in that estate, and you could just sleep in a room each different night.
Dude, have you seen Justin Bieber's house?
Yeah,
looks like a college. Looks like a JV. Looks like a community college.
Shit, it ain't got nothing on Pharrell's crib that he just put up for sale.
What's that look
Pharrell's
like? University?
Pharrell's crib looks like a legit, either a big junior college or a small university. Like, fam, this is a museum. There's no way somebody lives here. This is a museum.
He basically owns like a neighborhood and shit.
You feel me? He just put it up for sale. I forgot where the location was at, but I remember looking at it like, bro, there's no way in hell.
Rich motherfuckers.
He could legit have his own housing community.
That's insane, man.
My God. Yeah.
But so anyway, Drake dropped that shit.
Yeah, I was cool with Drake. I wasn't cool. Keep it a buck. I was not cool with Jeezy in the TikTok.
That's your boy.
Your favorite rapper's favorite trapper has now become a TikTok rapper, and I'm not feeling it.
And he's engaged. Hey man, round of applause for that man. He got engaged.
Salute to him for being engaged.
And he's in love.
That's fine. That's cool.
Let that man dance in. Let that man's dance down the aisle, man. He happy.
I'm not cool with him dancing in a Kroger aisle. Like,
why? You don't want him dancing for his happiness? Let that man be happy.
Shit.
That's cool. You can keep it. Not when you market yourself as your favorite rapper's favorite trapper.
Well, shit. Trappers can dance on the dancers can dance. Trappers can dance down the fucking grocery aisle.
Nah.
Not for TikTok.
Nah.
Hey man. The game's done changed, man.
You can go dance down the aisle for being engaged. I would have gladly accepted that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Do it big.
Game's done changed, bro.
Don't be going out there. It's the same thing how I felt with Fab when he was like, "Hey, let's do the dance challenge, the choosy challenge." No.
He was trying to choose people. He was trying to force it. Jeezy was just having fun.
This was a force in my eyes. So that's saying that as a fan of both.
Okay. All right. It's your boy.
Yeah.
What happened to my favorite rapper though?
That shit was weird,
he's not my favorite rapper. So but
he's your favorite trapper?
I am a fan. No, he's not my favorite trapper.
Well.
Gucci, my favorite trapper.
Could you imagine Gucci Man and Jeezy in a battle? Oh damn, that would not last. Die. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Certain rappers cannot do battles because it will turn into beef.
Well, that's already a beef.
Yeah, that's not turning into beef. That's beef. Friends have died on opposite sides.
I know.
That's not turning into beef. That's just adding another chapter.
Just do y'all Googles on that, people.
Yeah,
seriously.
Mozzie dropped his a new record, I Ain't Perfect, with the video, and then said that he's dropping his new album, Beyond Bulletproof, on May 1st.
Good for him.
Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
I've been saying that a lot. Good for him. Good for you.
I Ain't Perfect is a really good track, too. The visuals were nice. I even like his album cover. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out.
I think I've seen it when it was like a whole group of people, right?
Yeah, in the car.
In the car? Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the vibe of what is potentially going to come through my speakers when I play that album next month. So I'm cool with that. But some albums did drop. Albums, projects, whatever.
Whatever the fuck you call them nowadays. Whatever you kids call them now.
I guess.
Just keep giving me what I want. That's all I care about.
Right.
To start off with, we got Conway and Alchemist, and they dropped their 7-track project, LuLu. And I was confused by it. I was going into it ready to fuck with it. I didn't care, but I just didn't know what the title meant until I pressed play, and I was like, you motherfuckers, you always explain it right from the opening jump, and I appreciate you. LuLu is basically the character in Paid in Full that gets Ace his start. So this is, I don't want to say it's from the point of view of LuLu. They just use that character's role as their muse for this project. And it's used very well because even though this isn't an official Griselda release, they dropped this on Empire. The grimy bars are still there. Like there's no disputing that. I mean,
those are never
it's not a
gonna
Griselda
leave.
release, but it's still Griselda.
I mean, 14 keys is you talking about nigga bodies gonna drop when they threw Sparkin'. Now your mama gotta sell dinners just to get you a coffin. Like, all right.
Well, damn.
Okay. Okay. Sign me up. I'm here. Let's go.
Right.
It has even though there's so 7 tracks. One's the intro. That's quick. So there's 6 songs. Even with the short songs, there's still a 3-man weave. Shoot Sideways with Schoolboy Q. I want to hear more Schoolboy Q doing hook only features because he destroyed that shit. There was really, I saw people complain that they wanted a verse, and I was like, fam, for what? He did what he exceeded what he was supposed to do on that track. Like he floated on that. Calvin got some grimy ass bars, and then they got Sonny featuring Cormega.
Seriously, when I saw Cormega, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm not like the biggest Cormega fan, but I've always had an appreciation for Nori and Cormega. So to hear Cormega with Conway, that was nice. I can appreciate that. And then, like I said again, this is for the bar fans. This is right up your alley. Like if you haven't heard it, there's something's wrong at this point. It's one of those joints. I liked it.
That's all you got, bro?
I mean, y'all said everything I wanted to say. I mean, it's cool. It's good. Next, what else dropped? Some other nigga dropped.
Kiana Ledé. She dropped her. I want to say it's her debut. Because I remember the last project she dropped. I think they categorized it as an EP. So if it is, this is her debut. KIKI.
Where's she from?
I'm not sure, but I know she signed to Republic.
Republic just got themselves a fucking empire, no pun intended.
And they out here, they gonna end up competing with RCA as far as R&B is concerned. They're starting to put up a nice roster, and the reason why they're gonna start putting up a nice roster, guess who went and A&R'd this project?
Who?
Does the name Duro ring a bell?
Duro?
Wait, Duro? Like Duro Music?
Like no, Duro. Like, as in former Desert Storm CEO, Duro.
Oh you
shit,
taking it back. I haven't heard that name in forever.
Yeah, Duro is now, I just looked this up. Duro is now the senior VP of A&R at Republic. He got put on a couple years ago.
Oh, good for him. See, there I go again saying that shit. Yeah, but good for him, though. Real shit.
Yeah. So, Kiana Ledé, she dropped this, of course, this past Friday, but it was also significant because she turned 23 this past Friday. So round of applause for her for that.
Happy birthday.
I really had no complaints with this project. Like,
this is solid all R&B.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, she dropped the single with Forfeit featuring Lucky Day, which we played on playlists.
Mad at Me's the fucking what's it called? The Outcast sample, right?
Mad at Me, yeah.
Yeah, that shit was my shit.
Yeah, she had several memorable samples. So she had Labels, which was the Juicy Fruit sample, which had Moneybagg Yo, and then Bia, which was from Russ's single. And then she had the song Honest, which was the Brandy's Have You Ever track. Yeah. So she sampled that. So it was a nice blend of those samples. I really enjoyed her collaboration with Ari Lennox on Chocolate.
That was a good song.
Yeah. I also liked her joint Attention with it was produced, one of the producers, Anton Goranson. He's starting to make a name for himself. He really captivated my ears with that. And there's some other I don't know, do you know who Derek Milano is?
Sounds familiar.
So Derek Milano did Cardi B's Press. He did Hot Girl Summer.
Oh, he's a producer or a writer?
Well, he's both.
Okay.
But I think he mainly came on this project as a writer. So he has a bunch of credits on here. There's a production group called Rice and Peas. They got credits all over. And then I think Kiana herself, she even did a few co-productions on here.
Nice.
Yeah. And then there's, let's see, she had another song with Black. Like I ran through the album only a couple times, so I didn't really get a chance to sit with it. But I did enjoy what I heard. Maybe at 17 tracks, it was maybe a few tracks too long, but that's my biggest complaint. Like, I didn't have a problem with the songs overall. The songs overall were amazing. She has a nice voice.
Yeah, very soothing voice.
Yeah.
It was a really solid R&B album.
Yeah, for sure.
Need to hear more R&B albums about love, though, because I'm hearing a lot of toxic love.
Well, she had, to me, this was kind of her album. It was kind of like the Get Back After Heartbreak type album.
That's called Toxic. That's pretty toxic.
Yeah, this was,
it sounds good.
I wouldn't call it toxic, because some of the songs on here were women empowerment more than toxic. I mean, the opening track is telling women to not fall for the heartbreak, like rejoice because you're out of it. Was the track Cancel?
Yeah, the first opening track.
Yeah. So I feel like with this, it has toxic moments, but it's a complete. To me, I saw it as a complete view of a woman getting out of heartbreak. If that makes sense.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like
makes
all
sense.
the
kind of like Jana Ackles album, but the flow of it.
Yeah, where it was like kind of all the steps that a woman usually goes through.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like I enjoyed it for the most part. I listened to it like on Friday, and I was like, "This is good."
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. Hell of an album. Rod Wave, Martina, did you get to Rod Wave's album?
Yes, I fucking did.
I was listening
feel bad
to it
for you.
Oh, I listened to it right before you guys called. I mean, I could tell you guys liked it. I was very blah on it.
I fucked with this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've been listening to Rod Wave for a little minute. You know what I mean? I had him on a few of the playlists I made and shit like that. But what you call it? This shit, it was cool. It was really fucking good. There was one issue I had with it though.
What?
The producer tags at the very beginning and at the end of damn near every song.
Hey man,
tags are cool. I have no issue with them and shit. But like when it's at the beginning and the end, it's like, all right, bro. Okay, bro. You know what I mean?
It doesn't help that the songs are like less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds average too.
It's funny. It was a funny story. It was a funny story. Like that dude Symbolic one said when he sent Kanye beats, Kanye emailed him back like, "Yo, take off the goddamn tag of your shit." Like seriously, I'm like, yeah, you should do that shit. So I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's where I come from with tags. I think we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. I have no problem with the tags unless it's the producer's album. Then at that point, it's like, fam, I know this is your album. You don't have to tag it. Like I know it's you.
Swizz Beatz just going to Showtime.
I'm just saying,
more so like Mustard.
See, like that, like I said before,
that's
like
subtle.
Me, I have no issue with tags, like at all. Like, but when it's at the beginning and the end of every song, it's like, okay, I just heard a tag, now hearing another tag at the end of the song. There's a tag. Oh, there's another tag. You know what I mean? It's like it's just overbearing at some point. You know what I mean?
But overall, y'all fuck with the Rod Wave shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, this is I didn't realize he has a very strong Tupac influence on his record, on his his artistry. Like, and it I don't know why I didn't pay attention because his first album was called Ghetto Gospel. So I didn't realize it until after I'm listening and he's putting Pac lyrics in the songs. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is really Pac influence. I can vibe with it. And then of course with him being from Florida, like to me, and I mean this in no disrespect, I mean it in an absolute complimentary way. He gives off like this Kevin Gates vibe if Kevin Gates did R&B. Where it's very,
I kind of hear that.
I get you.
It's raw. It's unapologetic. It's from the heart. Like it's. He goes in and he sings these songs like it's authentic. Yeah. And the fact that he's only 20, he still has a lot of room to grow.
He's only 20 years old.
Yeah.
Shit. He only even sounds 20.
If this is his starting point, I'm here for it. I enjoy it. Keep going. My favorite joints on here were "Pray for Love," "Fuck the World." And then The Greatest just has a nice vibe. Even though he's a more street R&B singer, it kind of has that nice. I don't want to call it a poppy feel because it's not pop at all, but it kind of has that. You can bounce your head back and forth to it. That kind of pop feel.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
it's very appealing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and then I gotta give him his flowers and give him a round of applause for this because. For 14 tracks, he only has one feature on there.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he carries the album. Like I'm always going to give extra points for an artist in today's era that goes and carries their project by themselves. You good over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, you cut out on my shit, bro. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm good. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
No, you cut out from both of our videos. That's why we're asking.
Oh shit! Nah, I'm good. Yeah. Hey, we live, people.
Right.
Let's see what else dropped. Thundercat dropped his 4th album. It Is What It Is, which is the follow-up to Drunk that he dropped in 2017.
I didn't listen to that one.
It's cool. It's very, very good. There are songs to just vibe the fuck out to. He's got a song called Interstellar Love. I think it's the 2nd track. It's the smooth jazzy joint, and the production's gonna remind you of To Pimp a Butterfly. Like
I believe it because he was all over. He was on the production of it.
It's very smooth and jazzy, but the percussion is very rapid. So like it's a counterbalance that's a nice blend where you just got to hear it.
It's like hip hop jazz.
No, this is more. It's just got a percussion that's just very. That would. If anybody else would do it, it would likely clash with the smoothness. But these sounds complement each other.
Well, that makes sense.
He's got Black Qualls that features Steve Lacy, Steve Arrington, and then Childish Gambino. And that shit sounds like it was it could have been inputted on Awaken My Love. Very funky, very groovy type track. And then he's got my favorite track on the project. I love it just off the title alone. Dragon Ball Do-Rag.
That's a
Dragon Ball
self-explanatory.
Dragon Ball Do-Rag is that funky pimp shit. Like that's the best way to describe it.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
from the title, I haven't heard the song, obviously. But.
Yeah, like I guess the best way to say it is kind of think Curtis Mayfield and Superfly.
Oh shit!
Just that funky pimp shit. Like that's what it is.
Got you.
I liked it. It was I only gave it one listen because of course everything else that came out I went and listened to some other stuff a lot more. But from the first listen I had, I didn't have much to complain about. I knew if you know what you're getting into with a Thundercat album, then you know
you're gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, it is what it is. And then I want to give a round of applause and a shout out. Air horn, round of applause. Prince Soul and City Sean, they both released some songs earlier this week. Prince Soul for his birthday dropped a 3-pack with the lead single 2000, and then City Sean hooked up with Tracks A Million, and then they dropped a project called For the City. I think that one had like 9 or 10 songs too.
Nice. 9 on it.
Yeah, nice. Shouts out to both of them. Too Short was on IG Live. He said he's gonna start dropping Trunk Tuesdays. So as soon as you guys are hearing the Trunk series every Tuesday. So likely when you guys are hearing this, that's when it'll either have officially started or it'll be on the way right after that.
Or pretty much, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know how these rappers are when it comes to they on that CPT shit. So
yep. Yeah. And that was music. There was a lot of good music that came out this week.
Music.
Party Next Door sold 50,000 first week.
Oh shit!
And what about Weekend? What about Weekend?
It's actually a decent number. I didn't see his numbers. I just happened to catch his Party Next Doors on the fly. Yeah, then I think Joyner Lucas did like 34 or something like that, which all things considered,
that's decent for him. That's good for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So round of applause to them. And it's time to get with the shits, man.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody's back home.
Yeah, thanks to the Rona.
No,
months early. Put the sticky out. Put the sticky out.
Coronavirus freeing more niggas than Kim K right now, man.
Feel me? Yeah, 6ix9ine is free. As of right now, as we are talking, he is comfortably at his house quarantining. And he is free because of the coronavirus. Because he was in Rikers Island and he needed to serve. I guess he was supposed to be free in when? August? He was supposed to get out sometime around August or whatever, but the Rona's running wild, especially in New York, since it's the epicenter. And his lawyer told him, like, since he has asthma, he could really get fucked up.
Right.
So, I guess the judge signed off on it. The judge signed off, and he's living the rest of his service on house arrest. And he's like, for show. And, yeah.
Who would have thought that the one thing that would make 6ix9ine untouchable would actually be coronavirus right now?
A pandemic. A goddamn pandemic.
Yeah.
A global pandemic.
Because we were all talking like, nah, when he comes out, it's a wrap. Like, they gonna put hands on him. Nah. We did not look at it. Yeah. We didn't look at the possibility of a pandemic.
God had a plan for him. He is protected by the Rona. Well, no, he's not really that protected. I mean, he has to stay his ass in the house, especially in New York, of all places.
Shit, everybody else does too.
Yeah. So, what I mean? and he's chilling. Well, and according to what the report said, they said he's not on witness protection, and he still plans on releasing an album. They're saying that he wants to release one album in Spanish and another one in English. Mm-hmm. They plan on dropping singles soon, and yeah, he's back. And apparently he wanted to see.
He's back on social media.
Oh, he wanted to check the temperature. He wanted to check the temperature real quick because a Shade Room posted a story saying, I forgot what, I think in New York or someplace, that they were going to arrest people for not doing the whole social distance shit. Oh, they're offering anybody who sees anyone doing mass gatherings and shit money to to stop that shit. And 6ix9ine commented saying, "Whoop, looks like here I come to the rescue." And at first I thought that shit was fake until I looked and said, "No, he really commented." I'm like, I knew what he was doing. He's trying to check the temperature, see if he still got it. And he saw what happened. And he was like, "Oh, still got it." And I'm like, this boy didn't learn a goddamn thing. So, yeah,
so that's that on that.
I mean, he didn't learn a thing, but shit. You could say the same thing about the mass public for how they perceive that comment too, you know?
Oh, exactly.
The public didn't learn a thing either.
because they're ready for it. I told you exactly what was going to happen. They're going to embrace him. They are going to embrace him. That first interview he gets, because he can't do nothing now because he's still on house arrest until August. So he can't do interviews. He can't do nothing. They told him flat out they told him he has to stay off the internet.
Yeah, he's home. He's home, but he's still in his mind. He still has to act like he's in jail.
Yeah. I mean, we're all in jail right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's wild because, like, we're all in jail. We're on lockdown. Don't get me wrong.
Motherfuckers might be in jail. I ain't in no damn jail.
Don't get me wrong. I get, you know what I mean, that this is probably, like, absolutely nothing like jail. You know what I mean? Like, I understand the difference. But for the most part, everybody just stuck in their place. Unless, you know what I mean? Unless you like for essential stuff. Have to go out.
Yeah.
Shit, you know I went to Burger King, got a cheeseburger right after I finished work today.
Well, I don't know many people that can get that in jail.
Shit, I might be doing the same thing, bro.
What happened?
I'm gonna be doing the same shit.
No, yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to 6ix9ine, stay tuned. The saga continues with him. This shit literally is like a movie for him. His life is like a movie. It
really is.
This is some movie shit that happened to him.
Yeah.
He got out of jail. He snitched, and then he was gonna serve all the way up to August. His full jail term, and then a fucking global pandemic happens, and then they let him out for free, and now he's at home comfortably while the rest of the niggas are staying in jail and they have to catch the shit. Are you
it's
fucking
like Donnie
serious?
Brasco meets Contagion meets fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Just a combination of different ass movies, bro.
Shit, man. He with his family, he's chilling. Yeah. So, good for him, I guess.
I guess.
Hey, what else happened besides that?
There's possibly going to be another Tiger King. Well, not possibly. They just announced the Tiger King's getting an episode 8.
Yeah, episode 8. I guess the wrap up or whatever. I don't know what it is.
I don't know why it could possibly be a wrap up. Like, and I'm not saying this about you. I'm just saying in general. I don't know what there's to wrap up. Like they spent 2 extra episodes wrapping it up. Maybe just the
outcry from the season, because they did that like a wrap up show, like the reunion. You know how they did like reality shows, like the reunion show and shit. Pretty just to catch up with everybody else. How everyone's taking the series and shit.
Right.
So that too. What else is going on?
Joe Exotic might get temporary release too because of Corona. They think he has it.
Well, so he has to be quarantined first.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. In order to get quarantined, he has to get temporary release from the prison.
Sheesh.
So that might take place. They think YNW Melly may
they say he has
exposed to it. Yeah.
They say his ass has it.
Yeah, so they gotta take that in consideration. And then this man OJ, man.
What did OJ do now?
Give me a hell yeah!
This man OJ is wild.
I mean, you gotta be specific. You have to be specific when it comes to that, man.
OJ went on Twitter and, of course, did his "Hello, Twitter world." Just got done shooting a game of golf, and it's like, okay, bro, now you out here playing singles golf during event. Like, only OJ, fuck it, you go ahead.
Go ahead.
And then he started giving a review of Tiger King, and he said, in my honest opinion, Carol fed her husband to the Tigers, and I was like, and that is OJ giving killer analysis.
Shit.
I mean, hey, man. Not guilty. That's all I can say. Not guilty. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
And you know what? I was talking with Jason and a few others. We kept saying, damn, I wonder why no companies come to him giving him a podcast or anything. It makes sense. If they gets it, remember he owes it to the Goldmans and the Browns.
I think we talked about that. You talked about this. You said it on the air.
Yeah, so he's... that's the reason why he hasn't done anything. He's going to have to owe...
He has to owe them money until they die, unless they die early.
Yeah, so he doing everything. If he is getting coin, it ain't gonna be no big ass deal.
Like if what's his name? What's his name? If Nicole Simpson and what's his name's father dies, like I will not be surprised if they die. I will not be surprised all of a suddenly. Oh, hey everybody, got a podcast coming. Yeah. Oh, I signed a new deal with FS1, or because he will be on FS1. Like that's the only place I could see him on FS1.
That would make sense.
Shit.
I mean, Whitlock's been able to make a career over there. OJ wouldn't be able to.
Oh my god! Can you imagine Whitlock? I mean, fucking Coonlock and OJ.
Yeah.
Shit.
On the same show.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck.
Let's see what else we got there. Oh, and then speaking of wild, Floyd Mayweather's daughter is in some shit because she allegedly went and stabbed NBA YoungBoy's baby mama.
That boy's surrounded by fuck shit. Every time I hear about that man, it's just fuck shit, fuck shit, fuck shit.
Who are you talking about, Floyd or Young Boy?
Both of them. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, and he's got another one of his foes behind bars is now going at him too.
Mayweather or NBA Young Boy?
Young Boy.
That dude lives a toxic ass life, man.
Oh, you don't know who was speaking out against him, huh?
Yeah.
Kodak
seriously.
Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Bingo.
Yeah. And it turned into it turned into some shit. Let's just put it that way.
It's always
so much so
shit.
That NBA YoungBoy gave us a video of I've never seen
he called him a snitch. Yeah, he called him a snitch, right?
I've never seen a human being hold a cigarette, joint, or blunt the way he held it, which then of course made all the jokes about how NBA YoungBoy fans eat PB&J sandwiches and
I've seen all that.
Spreads are on the outside versus the inside. It just made it that much more funny.
If you ever want to piss off a rapper, just call them a snitch. And then you gonna see how they act on social media. It's really a sight to see.
Nah,
it's like calling Marty McFly a chicken. Nobody calls me a chicken. That's pretty much what that is. So
You're stupid.
It's the truth. Call someone that's called a rapper a snitch.
Right. You're 100% right, bro.
Oh yeah, there's another battle we forgot to talk about.
Trigger word.
The analogy was freaking hilarious.
There's another battle that we forgot to mention. It's allegedly 2 Chainz challenged Meek Mill.
That's a good battle.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good battle.
That seems weird, man.
I mean,
it's not as weird when you think about it.
Nah, I thought about it even when they announced it, and I was like, nah. But it is what it is.
No, it's really not as weird.
Meek is gonna play all his intros.
No, I can hear the features. I can hear it, but it's like it's none. It's no.
I mean, they both
but
got
that's
similar,
to me.
Where I'm getting at, they got similar sound production, so that's why I was saying it's not out of it's not out of left field.
It's kind of. I mean, yeah, they both use like trap beats and shit like that, but
I guess
I don't know.
It's one big.
They're both rappers that are known for hype records, but they got some substance. Like that's. I'm not understanding what you guys aren't seeing.
No, I see it, but it's just like I don't want to see it. It's none. That's not. We didn't ask for that. Yeah, I don't care for that.
This one isn't appealing.
It's not appealing. That's what it was saying. It's like I don't care for that. It's like I guess like that's what Swizz and them said. Like they're only talking to artists that change the culture. And as much as I like Meek Mill and 2 Chainz, nah.
That's cool. I mean, it doesn't have to be officially a Verzuz, but I like what the Verzuz has sparked. Like,
again, on that end, yeah, for sure.
Again, but
again, if you just saying that if you don't want a part of Verzuz, that's cool. But why stop the next generation that didn't necessarily, clear the way? But there's the 2 guys that have made names in the industry too.
Oh yeah, they made names.
One of which is probably known for easily top 5 culture rebrands. So, you know what I'm saying? From that standpoint, like, why? When I'm again, for me, it's if we keep saying we ain't got nothing but time, why not?
Because I don't want to see that shit.
You don't have to watch it. I'm just saying in general, like, and it's not you guys. I just see a lot of people like just complaining, like, oh, I don't want that, I want this, I want that. And it's like, fam, again, this is free entertainment. You don't have to tune into it. Just shut the fuck up if you don't want to watch it.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, you be watching a show and shit, and then one of the episodes is trash, and you're still gonna watch Power.
Yeah,
but that's Power. Power had
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
That exactly. Like, not all of them are gonna be fucking great and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I fucking tune in.
You gotta understand. I'm just the type of just observer where I'll purposely go and watch probably what could be considered the weakest game on the NBA League Pass that night, just because I want to see something that other people are that they've just completely given up on. So for me, as a fan of the culture, show me all the battles, because once again, it goes to the point of you can't say, well, all these rappers they gonna have big egos, but then all these rappers are trying to get in. You're like, nah, I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, it's cool.
Nah, you got a point there.
That's a point there. Yeah, I get it. And it's just like, nah, give me the heavyweights. That's what I'm looking at. Like, give me the heavyweights. Give me
of course.
Shit.
I mean, all the heavyweights is those are mandatory. I like to see mid rounders. I like to see some.
You want to see mid cards, so you want to see mid carders.
Some undercards, yeah. I want to see undercards and all that. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Some of the best fights have been undercards.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, what else is going on? I feel like something else happened.
I saw a documentary on HBO called The Scheme. You guys remember when we talked about it a few years ago when all that shit with the NCAA on the basketball side went down, and they thought they were going to get all the coaches for doing that scandal with all the shoe companies?
Vaguely.
Yeah, so
I remember that shit.
So they go after, this is about the guy that was at the center of it, Christian Dawkins. Christian Dawkins is like, I mean, you got to give it up to him. He's kind of like a prodigy in this whole thing. Like, when he comes from a small town. When he was 16, he had already secured, I think, a 6-figure sponsorship with Under Armour, I think, for the AAU team.
Oh, damn.
So he was already thinking entrepreneurship before he even graduated high school. And then when he graduated, he went and he worked at an agency firm, and then it basically led to him thinking he was starting his own company, but the feds were actually undercover trying to set him up, and it shows that side of everything. And once again, you're just watching it, just saying, fuck the NCAA. Like,
I mean, obviously.
Like, the person they sent to go do the dirt had been defrauding people out of Ponzi schemes. And he was viewed as the good guy by the NCAA and by the feds. And here this guy is just trying to put money in everybody's pockets because the NCAA isn't going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. If you are interested in that story or remember that story, it's a nice way to spend the next 2 hours.
Well, shit. Last Friday, I fucking binge watched the entire 3rd season of Ozark. Man, that show's fucking... Well, nothing but time, right? So,
I guess.
It's 10 episodes. Shit. It's 10 episodes. You can fly through that in a day. But it was a really good season. And the ending literally had my jaw on the floor. I literally yelled, "Oh, shit!" at 3 a.m. Like, that shit. It was the ending I saw coming, but when you see it happen, it's like, oh, shit, they did it. Wow. I think
I'm going to start that one next week. Since they announced Insecure is coming on Sunday, I might as well get on Insecure.
You and Larissa need to watch that together.
But I'm not with her 24/7. And if I
wait, I forgot about that. It's quarantine. Y'all need to stay far away from each other. The fuck? FaceTime that shit. Quarantine.
No, what I'm saying is I still go over there. The point is that I'm not going to wait till I go over there towards the weekend when I have to now binge 3 seasons in 2.5 days. That's what
it's only 8 It's 8 but it's 8 episodes and they're like, I know, but you're talking about 8
episodes and I got to work and all that other shit. So I might as well do it now.
Yeah, it comes out Sunday, so shit, get on it.
But speaking of viewing and all that, there's a new service that just dropped out, Quibi.
Oh yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
I don't know how to feel about that.
Quibi, so I signed up for it because it's a 90-day free trial.
Mm-hmm.
Quibi looks very interesting, and the first show that's on there is the I Promise show by none other than LeBron, which is basically gonna showcase the I Promise school.
Oh shit.
The key with all the programming on this app is that all the programming is 10 minutes or less per episode. So these are literally programmed shows for people on the go. So you're waiting at the DMV, you got 20 minutes. You probably run through about 2 or 3 episodes, give or take, depending on what show you're watching.
You said 20 minutes at the DMV?
Yeah, I've been able to get in 20 minutes. If you got to know how to do it. You got to schedule appointments, and then you got to show up right at the crack of dawn. I've been able to get in and out of DMV in 20 minutes.
Schedule?
You don't schedule appointments 3 months in advance?
Hell nah.
Shit, I do. I want to get the fuck in and out. I've scheduled a DMV appointment 3.5 months in advance. And then I've woken up at 5:30 and got mine just parked in the parking lot.
Look at you being responsible.
Look at you, man.
Being responsible.
I don't play certain places. I don't play with. The DMV is one of them. I don't play around with that shit. I try to get in there to get in and out. I'm not waiting. I'm not doing nothing.
That's cool. I ain't never spent more, actually less than fucking 3 hours at the DMV. That's why when you said fucking 20 minutes, I was like, huh?
Or an hour at least.
You do appointments?
Huh?
You do appointments?
He just said. He just told you schedule.
And that shit still took mad long, bro.
Yeah. It might also depend on what you got to get done too.
Yeah, I guess. Could be.
But yeah, what's it called? Quibi? That's how you call it? Quibi?
Quibi,
yeah. It's an interesting concept, but it's just like I can't see myself looking at the phone. It's for 10 minutes, I get it, but they have this one other show I've seen. I see it on YouTube a lot. I see it on a lot. It's like this drama show, but it's with actors and shit like that. This dude stalking this female, and I'm going like, oh, so you can only watch that on your phone, but you can't watch it on your TV.
Yeah, that's the catch with this app. This app is strictly for the mobile device. Yeah, and the way it's designed is you can watch both horizontally or vertically. It doesn't matter. They have it set up to where if you watch vertically, everything's all centered. So everything that you would see horizontally, it's not gonna matter because what you need to see is right front and center. They brought Punk back, and I think Chance the Rapper is hosting.
Yeah,
Punk.
I've seen that. Like, nope.
Well, yeah.
Your album flopped to look at you host.
Punked.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher was with the shits.
The first one they dropped. The first episode they dropped. I didn't watch it. I was going through scrolling trying to just see what it was. The first episode is Meg Thee Stallion. It's like 6 minutes. So I was like, that's the thing too. Like with Punk got to be like a 9 to 10 minute showing. And it can't be over in 6 minutes.
Yeah, that's what made Punk so great, especially when Ashton Kutcher did. No one that should ever touch Punk except for Ashton Kutcher, because when he did it, oh man, he was with the shits. What was I'm trying to think. What was the most craziest one? The one with Justin Timberlake. That was hilarious. He made Justin cry. Then the one with Kanye when he made Kanye run away. Not Kanye run away, but he ran away with the film and shit like that.
He pulled out the Chicago out of Kanye.
Oh yeah, Kanye, because this is my film, and then he grabbed the film and ran. Yep. Yeah, he pulled the black, and then they had to chase after him, like, and sometimes Ashton Kutcher should be looking at this shit like, damn, they know I do this show, and they still fall for this shit. Like, he was the king of this shit. So then when he ended it, he was like, yeah, they're catching on. I gotta back away and do something else. It made sense. And then they tried to bring him back. BET brought him back, and I was like, no. And now Chance the Rapper, his album flopped, and now look at him hosting Punk'd. Womp.
Shit, I mean, you can call it a loss if you want. To me, that's a bag.
It's a bag.
That's what I was thinking too. Man.
I ain't never gonna call a bag a loss.
No. I'm talking. I know, but look at you being a TV show host now after your album flopped. I mean, you're getting your money. I get it. I'm looking at it from like the music shit.
I mean, I get it. If we were talking about
Cardi was hosting that shit, and her fucking album did well. You know what I'm saying? So
like, Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about that. You know I know that. I know, but that was before. That dropped before her fucking.
Chance was on that shit too.
Yeah,
I know. Before his album dropped.
I mean, if this was early 2000s, I'd agree, and I'd be all over the slander. In this day and age, though, like, he secured another outlet, which is now TV, which is a new revenue stream before he even hit 30.
Cool. I'm still gonna roast his ass.
I mean, you could, but that's, to me, that's kind of like
just go with the joke, JC. Just go with it.
I mean, some jokes I go with, some jokes I go with, some jokes I don't. Like,
just go with it. I get it. I know he's getting his money, but sometimes the jokes just gotta fly.
But I mean, sometimes jokes gotta be good too.
Hey. No, them jokes. Hey, everyone laughed at that shit.
No.
Laugh, but
that joke was funny. I'm saying what you were saying just now. I was like, I guess, but I'm not finding the humor in it. That's the problem.
You gotta have a sense of humor, JC.
I do. It's just a nigga making a bag while I'm at home.
I know he's making a bag, JC, but he's just never mind. Next.
You gotta shoot better from three than that, man.
No, you just missed the point. Anyway, what else is going on?
Can't be shooting them Steph threes.
Anyway, so what else is going on?
Wimbledon got canceled.
I mean, of course they got canceled. No shit.
But it's a big okay for people that yes we know. You gotta explain the significance, which I will. The significance of this is the last time Wimbledon was canceled, there was a war going on.
Well, the pandemic's going on now. Well, a global pandemic is going on right now.
That's very big. That's very big news for that community of fans.
Whoa, go on.
Where something like this would take place, and rightfully so. Yeah, I'm not taking away the fact that it needs to be canceled. It's just that's very significant. Where the last time something of this magnitude happened, yeah, we were fighting a war. So,
well, shit, the Olympics got pushed back to next year.
Yeah,
and what else is going on? And fucking for the movie people. I don't know if y'all read this shit, but yeah, AMC's losing a whole lot of money because of this shit, and they're saying they may not come back. So they're pretty much saying, like Kevin Hart, help me! Looking at these studios like, help me! Because AMC is literally the biggest movie chain in America, and if they shut down, that's a hit for the industry.
Right.
So movie studios need to look at that like, yeah, we need to chip in and keep them afloat for a minute. While this shit's going on, because everybody literally moved their movies to either they moved it out, like the summer movies in the summer, that's gone. Everything got pushed back to either next year or in the fall. Like Black Widow, that was supposed to come out next month, that got pushed back to November. Pretty much all the fucking Phase 4 Marvel movies got pushed back to next year. So it's all this shit's just wild. It's just affecting everybody, and I'm just like, well, shit.
Yeah. Let's see. The NBA is still trying to do what they can to try to salvage the season. They've even offered playing on an island or playing on ships.
No, that's what Dana White's doing. That's what Dana White's saying straight up. He's gonna have his UFC fights on an island.
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious, dude?
He's dead the fuck serious.
But he's gotta. He said he's gotta. If they're able to do it, he's never gonna release the actual name of the island, because then that would mean people would try to sneak out to said island to go watch these events, or the people around would try to go see it.
It'll leak out eventually. It'll leak out.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah, chances are.
You can't hide big ass 285-pound guys that are beating each other's heads in. And
this is why I give WWE and AEW credit, because they taped the shit and they got their shit in right before the shit really got bad. So everyone's at home for now, but Dana White's wild, man. That's a wild boy. Like, you stupid.
Definitely. NFL. I know Busby for the past weeks you're like the NFL's going to start. There's going to be pushed the first sports out of the 4 to come back.
That's what I
still think it will be. However, it's starting to get spooky hours for them right now.
I mean, it's been spooky. Everything's spooky hours right now.
No. For the NFL, right? The NFL, what they've been announcing over the week, it's starting to get spooky right now. In particular,
exactly.
They were saying no, we're still going to have the draft, and then just a week later, it's like, okay, we're going to have the draft, but now it's going virtual only. So they're going to keep all the facilities shut down.
Look what Vince McMahon did. Did they do that with the XFL? Made it virtual?
I don't know.
Yeah, the XFL did that with their draft.
No, that's how they see their draft.
Yeah, I didn't see their draft.
I know they're drafting because it was virtual. It was online.
No, I'm saying I didn't hear about it either.
I know, but that's exactly what the XFL did. That's exactly what the XFL did.
Gotcha. Well, that's another one for him to post about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else is there. So team personnel, they're going to be all over apps during the draft, so nobody's going to be together like it is. So, I mean, as long as you can still put it on, that's cool, I guess. But one thing I haven't been paying attention to, only because it was all right. Yeah, they should start. I forgot how important the off-season schedule is right now. So, as I'm realizing what day it is, it first dawns on me, today would have been the NCAA National Championship game. I completely forgot about that.
For basketball.
And then I started realizing, well, wait a minute. Right now, the guys would be going through just preparing for OTAs, mini camps, getting ready for the mandatory mini camp, the rookie mini camp. Mm-hmm. They can't do none of this shit. And knowing what I know, you're not going to have a functional season if you don't give the players that time to do that.
The owners. I don't give a fuck.
And the NFL, Roger Goodell released a statement today saying, yeah, we pushing all this offseason shit back for a while. So we're going to go back to the green room. We're going to try to figure this out. But the offseason program is getting pushed back, which now leads me to believe that this season is either going to be starting in full towards the end of October, or they're possibly going to shorten the season to still keep it on schedule.
And Adam Silver looking at them like, Adam Silver like, really? All right. Speaking of all the owners, Ho-Ass had a big old conference meeting with all the sports owners, including Vince McMahon.
But he's a commissioner. Like, he's the owner commissioner. So it was strictly the commissioners of each league. I know that one because out of all of them, the NCAA was the only one that didn't participate, and I was like,
which was kind of funny. And Ho-Ass pretty much said like, I promise you we will have packed stadiums to maybe August and September. And Gavin Newsom was like, shit.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom says
my timeline.
Gavin Newsom looking at him like, I just told these niggas in California I ain't seeing them till June, so I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Well, Ho-Ass did say August and September. He didn't say June.
But what Gavin is saying is, I just told him June, and that was just a few weeks ago. I might have to come back out and say, I ain't seeing y'all until November, like I'm Wyclef.
Shit.
Pretty much. He's just going day by day. That's pretty much what he's doing. Like, Gavin is just literally going day by day, case by case, which is what we all should be doing. So,
seriously.
It is what it is.
Yeah, Trump saying they're going to pack stadiums in September, that it's like Trump curse. Every time he says something's about to happen, like, he immediately just gets shown, nah, motherfucker, this is what's going down, so shut the fuck up.
I don't think it'll be packed stadiums. Maybe small venues, maybe, but packed stadiums? Nah, it's going to be a while for that, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Did y'all see Rex Ryan calling Amari Cooper a turd?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Yeah.
So, Amari got his new deal with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rex Ryan went on and said, I wouldn't pay him, this and that. And then he doubled down. But, yeah, I wouldn't pay that turd because he doesn't show up in big moments. And then, first of all, he was wrong to call another grown-ass man a turd on live TV. Then ESPN was wrong for them retweeting it because it was on Get Up. So then they retweeted it to get the hits.
They have to.
But then what made it even more funny was he was just wrong altogether. When it comes to playing playoff teams in his career, Amari Cooper has actually pretty much shown up. And the one team that he hasn't shown up against, the New England Patriots. And Rex Ryan would know a lot about not showing up against the New England Patriots.
Oh, yes, he does. Jeez. Well, he only did it once. But, yeah, all the time. Tom Brady and Belichick.
Yeah, so that's what made it all the more funny was he was so sure of himself as to why he was calling him a turd. And then you actually look at the stats and it's like, no, he was actually dead-ass wrong.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
None of his argument actually matches up.
Well, round of applause for Aldon Smith, though.
Yeah.
That's a comeback story that's pretty much on delay, but comeback story, he got signed by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not holding my breath, bro.
He's still got to get reinstated first, to be honest, though. That's the problem.
But he got, I guess the Cowboys, Jerry's word going to give him a chance. So. Yeah.
He's still got to get reinstated. However, I would like to think that 5 years since his last suspension should be enough to warrant him to get back into the league.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not going to put anything past Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
That's the downfall about that. I do want to give a shout out to two athletes who have been using their platform for the greater good. The first former athlete I want to give a shout out to, Myron Rolle. Of course, fans will remember him as the hard-hitting safety from Florida State, and he played a few years in the NFL. He's the player that actually left after his third season and went and I think he went to Oxnard and went to the medical field. He's a neurosurgeon.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But see, that's the thing. He's always been intelligent. Even come out like he had a 4.0 when he left high school. He was honors in college. I think he had a 3.7 GPA in college. I even think he went to Harvard Medical School too. So it wasn't like he was relying solely on football for his life. Right. He saw the effects of that. He dipped. He was like, "No, I'm gonna go get my medical shit on." And so far, he's been on the front lines fighting against the coronavirus. He's been dealing with patients specifically impacted by that. So I want to give him a round of applause and a shout out for that. And then I don't know if you guys have even heard the story going on with the WNBA player Maya Moore.
Or did she like quit and she's like in the she's like a nurse fighting this shit too?
No. So Maya Moore, for those who don't know about Maya Moore is viewed as the MJ of the WNBA. So I want to paint a picture. So she's a 4-time champion with the Minnesota Lynx, 7-time All NBA team, 2-time NCAA championship. I want you to imagine Michael Jordan when he retired the first time. Instead of leaving to go play baseball, he left because he wanted to focus all his attention on getting a family friend out of jail for being wrongly accused. That's exactly what she did. She left at the height of her career, and she announced her sabbatical at the end of last season or the start of last season. And it's to assist a family friend by the name of Jonathan Irons. So in 97, this man was only 16 years old, was arrested for a shooting burglary in Missouri, was then interrogated without a guardian or attorney because he was under 16. There was no DNA or physical evidence, and he was still convicted and sentenced to 50 years. He's served 23 years so far. They just, with her assistance over the past year or two, they just were able to get his case seen by the judge, and the judge has agreed to overturn it. However, Jonathan Irons is still in jail, and the DA is still trying to get that rule overturned. Even though there's no DNA evidence, no physical evidence, no nothing. Like, it's just like this big ass, again, it's just being black in America.
So she pretty much sacrificed her basketball career to get her brother out of jail.
Well, it's not her brother; it's a family friend.
Her brother, just a family friend out of jail.
Yeah,
that's a real friend right there.
Yeah,
serious though.
So
man. Wow, that's crazy.
And like I said, I wanted
the peak of your career. Damn.
Exactly. I wanted to put it in pictures of MJ because that's how she's viewed as. Like, she is how we view Diana Taurasi is kind of viewed like the Kobe of the WNBA. Maya Moore is like the poster child for that league, and she left and was like, "Nah, I need to go get this done." And
how long has she been gone for?
She's now going to be gone for a second consecutive season. I mean, the coronavirus part has probably,
delayed that.
But her,
for sure.
Because of the DA trying to overrule the overruling, she's like, no, my job's not done. We got to make sure this motherfucker don't get that shit overturned. So now she's working overtime in the midst of all that. I wanted to make sure that she got her flowers because this is really a story where if it was a man in the pros doing it, it would be right all over Sports Center. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it was LeBron doing that shit, it would have been some fucking documentary and all types of shit. But it's probably going to get a documentary. You know how this shit goes.
And of course, in saying that, nothing wrong with it. However, she definitely needs the recognition for taking the initiative and sacrificing a portion of her career to go do what she felt was necessary and the right thing to do.
It's probably going to be that mini documentaries and shit they do during the ESPYs.
Yeah, I would imagine to be that.
Yeah.
So yeah, while she's doing that, there's also white women who want to be oppressed again.
Karen. So apparently,
you still gonna use the K word?
Yeah, it's another thing I saw and I just scrolled and I'm like, this is not even worth half a bar. It's like, quarantine 125, quarantine day 125. White people feel Karen is the new nigger.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty much just one white woman, I guess, one white woman went on Twitter and said that though stereotypical black folks call white girls Karen, they look at it as a racial slur.
Yeah.
What?
That's why I said it's half a bar. It's half a bar.
That shit is fucking stupid.
It was the gif of Grandpa Simpson when he walks in on Bart at the brothel and he puts his hat down and he picks it right back up. I stayed on that. Yeah. I stayed on that trend topic for just as long, and I was like, I'm out. And the only reason why I went back is because immediately after that's when I saw actor Delroy Lindo and what happened with him. Shouts out to Delroy. I know him as Rodney Little and
Samuel Jackson. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I know Delroy as Rodney Little, the character in Clockers. He's on a show.
It looked like it was from a movie.
No, it's a TV show. I know this because I was talking to my uncle about it, and he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "You better enjoy him while he's there. He's only staying for one more season. Then he's already out. He already announced it." And I was like, "Oh, okay, got it."
So this is an actual show.
Yeah, it's an actual talk show. It's an actual panel show called The Good Fight, and on there, I think if I'm not mistaken, Delroy's the only black person on the panel too.
I mean, when you saw the panel, it was quite obvious.
Yeah. So there's two white men and two, if I'm not mistaken, two white women, if not just one white woman, but it's predominantly white. They were looking at him and they were like, well, it's a situation where black people can say the N-word and we can't say it. And he just had this face like he was so fucking sick and tired of this shit. He looked at that
white boy and said, just say it.
And the white guy was just like, he just looked like, what? Huh? What?
Say it.
Say what?
Say it. No, just say it. Say it. Say it. Like, he just looked at him with a very intense stare. Just say it. Say it.
And then what got me was when he smiled on me, like, he goes, I'll wager with you. I'll say it with you.
I'll say it with you.
Oh, my God.
And then the other white guy was like, we can't, that's hypocritical. We can't say it. And he goes, it ain't hypocritical. It's America. You free to say what you want. Say it. And then what took me out was he started pronouncing it. He's like, come on, say it. And then they cut to commercial.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what is it? So what's it on?
I don't know what it's on. I'll have to look it up. I just know it is a real show. It's called The Good Fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight for you. That's a fight you didn't want to do. I saw another clip of Samuel L. Jackson. It was kind of like the similar shit. He was promoting Django Unchained, and I think this white boy brought up nigga, just the word, because white people can't say, they call it the N-word. Like, the N-word, and Samuel L. Jackson was like, oh, say it. Just go ahead and say it. You said it before. He's like, no, say it. Just say it. And then he was just like, oh, you want to move again to the next topic? And he's like, I'm not going to continue this conversation unless you say it. And then he's like, you want to go to the next topic? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay. And then he starts hella laughing.
Yeah. Like I've always stated, it's not the fact that white people actually want to say it in terms of the grand scheme of things. It's the fact that society tells them they can't say it. And
white people hate being told no. I mean, look at the social distance shit. Look at the people that go to church, dog. The folks that love going to church, and they're telling them they can't go to church, so they're going to church still. And even when you tell them, like, if you do this, you are gonna spread the virus, and they're like, no, I got the cover of the blood of Jesus covering me. I will be okay. You can't tell me not to go to church. And then reports come out that you got the coronavirus. Like, you remember that white boy? in Florida.
Yep.
He released a statement pretty much saying he fucked up. And they were all from Texas, actually. All the ones that went to Florida, they were from Texas.
Yeah, it was like, what, 47
40 of them.
Whatever. Yeah, when the chick, she was talking about church, she's like, the blood of Jesus covers me. That, like, first thing came to my mind was like, okay, K-word.
Yeah, K-word. These motherfuckers, man. White people are they're just funny.
I went from that, and then
JC, just say it. Just say it, JC.
Say it.
Say it. Say it.
Say, I'll say it with you. Care. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Oh, shit.
See, that's a topic I just kept scrolling. There's some shit I just keep scrolling.
It always makes me it's gotten to the point where it always makes me laugh. Where it's like, which one's worse? And it's like, okay, well, the word that you still can't use in its entirety, you have to abbreviate it. That's
like when you see it on TV, what's worse, cracker or the N-word? Yeah. Or the one you have to call it the N-word. Cracker, get the fuck out of here. They can't censor cracker, but you censor nigger.
The S word.
Yeah.
Yes. What else is there? Let's
Spirit
see,
chucker.
Yeah, I went from the K word to I wanted to call these guys a whole lot of N words. These niggas, public enemy, man.
When you sent me that text,
bruh,
I think I even said it. These niggas. I think that's exactly what I said.
No, that is what you said. I remember. Like, what the fuck?
I was sitting on the toilet and you sent me it, and I was like, "These niggas." And
yeah, but what you call when you said that, dog? I was like, okay, now I have to see what was going on.
So apparently, the whole shit that we talked about a few weeks ago it was a few weeks ago. Was it a few weeks ago? Or was it last month? Yeah, the whole shit about Flavor Flav being kicked out of Public Enemy and Chuck D having beef with him. Nah, that was all publicity stunt for their new album.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
stupid.
That's all I could say. That's all I could say. Nah, don't promote their shit. Don't even say the album.
I'm saying when idols become 6ix9ine. A big ass troll job.
I don't even think it was a troll job. I think they just doing that.
How was it not a troll job?
No. This is what I feel like. I think he did get kicked out the group, but then they talked about it and they were like, "Yo, we could try to make money off this. Let's just say it was just a publicity stunt," and they just did that. That's
speaking too logically.
Yeah,
I could see them cats. I could see them cats talking from jump, being like, "Oh, April Fool's is coming up. Let's just do it."
During a goddamn pandemic,
and they thought this whole illicit plan, and then the pandemic happened, so it kind of backfired because nobody was really talking about it like that.
I mean, even if the pandemic didn't happen, we weren't going to talk about it like that either way, because them niggas are old.
Well, here we are talking about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, are you fucking serious? I ain't going to buy their album, because them niggas are old and washed.
Yeah, I have no...
It's not very nice.
I have no...
Not because I'm tired.
I have no eagerness to go listen to some new Public Enemy records.
I never wanted to listen to them since 1995 or 6 or whatever. So
I give him 98. He got game still classic.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that one. Maybe.
But outside of that, it was
nah.
Let's see what else. Rest in peace. We got to give a special rest in peace to Bill Withers.
Yes,
who passed away in L.A. On March 30th last week.
Non-Rona.
Yeah, this was.
Damn, that's what we got to do now. We got to you got to be very
right.
Yeah.
Got to say, got to be very specific about how folks pass away now.
Right. He was 81 years old. Bill Withers was a change in the Motown sound because Motown, they kind of went for very pop. Their acts had some sex appeal, that kind of way. Bill Withers just kind of came from the farm. Like he had just had this look like he was just the around the corner country boy. Mm-hmm. But boy, did that country boy produce some classics.
Ain't No Sunshine, Lovely Day,
Use Me, Lean on Me.
That's the original one that I like listening to, not that remix shit.
Just the two of us.
Just the two
Grandma's
of us.
Hands. Bill Withers dropped some gems.
Yeah.
That have. I wouldn't even say that to call them classics is kind of an understatement. Like some of these have
timeless. It's timeless music. It was crazy when Quincy Jones posted. I think it was on his Instagram, and he posted the link of all his friends of artists that died, and it's like that's crazy for Quincy Jones. He's seen all the people that he worked with have passed away, damn near, almost all of them.
I mean, you told me 2 years ago I'm gonna live in a world where Quincy Jones outlives Kobe and Nipsey Hussle. I'm like, good luck.
You tell me that Quincy Jones outlived Michael Jackson. That's wild. Yeah. Anyway,
let's see. Is there
anything else? Because I'm kind of getting tired.
Just one more side note. LaMelo Ball, him and I think his manager, they went and purchased the Australian team that he played for while he was overseas. So I want to give him a round of applause for that. He already got his entrepreneurship bag ready to go. Yeah, so as soon as the sports world comes back, he'll be making money multiple ways. He'll be a top draft pick, and he'll be making some money from an overseas team. I like
Pretty
that.
much.
That's fucking
hey,
wild.
man, what's his name? LeVar Ball? I'm just saying, man. Never lost.
Yay. People try to count him out. It ain't working.
I mean, yeah, when he flamboyant the mound, all of them around and shit like that, but never lost.
You notice how when Lonzo leaves the Lakers, all of a sudden nobody really has anything bad to say about Lonzo anymore. That's always the funniest. That's always the funniest thing about that is you talk all the greatest shit about them when they're Lakers, and then as soon as they leave, oh, he's not that bad. Really?
Yep.
Really? Because I have 2 years worth of...
It happens every time.
Yeah. I have 2 years worth of receipts from you saying this kid ain't shit.
I mean, it's mostly because of his dad, so...
that and also when you put a Lakers jersey on, people just don't like you.
Yeah, well, that too.
Comes with the territory. So currently I'm putting on WWE in
2000 and I'm seeing The Undertaker in the American Badass, like when he first came out and he's all talking all hood and shit. It's funny because on Twitter, because WWE has a new documentary coming out. It's like a limited series. The WWE, man, they can do great documentaries. They're up there with ESPN in my opinion. When they cover their wrestlers, they are really good at what they do.
Oh yeah, but, I mean they got first they
got dibs. It's all unless your name is Chris Benoit. Oh yeah, did you watch that shit by the way?
Yeah, it was well put together.
Shit, fucking wild. But yeah, the Undertaker one. Undertaker's finally letting the curtain down, and you're following him, Mark Calloway, and it was like, wow, it was like a sight to see. And then Black Twitter's low key pissed off because when he's doing the little in camera interview and shit, he's wearing a Blue Lives Matter shirt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But the thing is, like, I'm thinking, why y'all so upset? That's been his stance for years. He's from Texas, man, Houston, Texas, and he's like, come on.
That's like people getting upset when they found that footage of Joe Exotic asking why he can't say the N-word, and people was like, "Oh, this y'all king, this is who he was talking about," and I was like, "Fam, that's off the wall to you? Like, that's probably the most normal thing about him. Like, did you really think Joe Exotic wasn't racist? Like." The fuck?
Like seriously, with Undertaker, people are going like, "Oh, he's still in that Undertaker." Like, "Oh, just a reminder after he put on such a classic ass moment at Wrestlemania that he's still an asshole." And I'm like, "Yeah, and you will still ask for a picture and an autograph when you see him. Like, fuck out of here! It's the fucking Undertaker."
Yep.
I mean, he's still racist at the end of the day, but
yeah. I gotta say one more thing, and then I am done. For the love of God. Just because Dr. Oz is out here banging bounty hunters, do not walk out of your house with bandanas on. Leave them shits at home. That shit will get you killed in the wrong area.
Just make sure it's white, maybe, not blue or red.
Dr. Oz putting on a red bandana on live TV. I was like, this white man has no idea. This K-word don't know what the fuck he doing.
Well, did you see that one Asian dude? He wore a blue one.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, because I've been making these deliveries and shit, bro. Right? And everybody's kind of, for obvious reasons, they're kind of tripped out about the coronavirus and shit like that, whatever, right? Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying. But they come out, real shit, bro, up in the hills where it's like, it's all K-words.
Yeah. Bunch of Karens.
What you call it? They all got bandanas on, and I'm just looking at them. And, me, I'm just like, wait, hold up. What if it is, like, you know what I'm saying? What if it is an actual gangster behind there, but they just have that light complexion?
Right.
Fucking wild, man. Give no fucks.
Yeah, man, Dr. Oz came on my screen like that, and I was like, fam, What are you doing?
Stay in the house.
That off.
Nigga, stay in the house.
God.
All y'all
Or
again.
just don't come around my neighborhood. That's for sure.
Yeah. Because of this, particularly in California, there are areas just don't try that shit. For the love of God, please don't
and
try
you will
it.
see cholos coming out or gangsters coming out with gloves,
Right?
shooting your ass, and then throw the gun in the bushes.
Yep.
Anyway, 177, right?
Yes, sir.
This is episode 177 of the Quarantine Chronicles of the Illogical Sense. You could always follow me on my Twitter at Mr. Busby for lowercase o8. You can follow us on Twitter again at TILLogicalSP with the podcast. You can follow us on the Instagram at The Illogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
And of course on all social media, you can hit me up, JC No Honey. I ain't gonna lie, I dropped the ball. I thought there was a 31st this month, so I was like, I'll just take this week off and I'll do the playlist next week. And then I looked at the calendar on Friday and I was like, oh, it's no 31st. We had an even amount of times, so I'll just get you guys a playlist this week.
Yeah.
I have really lost. I have reached the point now where I know what everybody's talking about. I have lost track of what day it is. I just operate.
I've been having a toothache for the past few days, and I've kind of almost lost track of time until shout out to my dentist who gave me a prescription, and I went to Walgreens and got them damn pills, and I got pilled up because my face was looking puffy, more puffy than Diddy himself. Like she's like my whole cheek was like bloop. So now it's back to normal now, and I'm like, yes, I can sleep now. That's
what's up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody said it best. They said, oh man, we just got done with the weekend. Now we gotta get it ready for long weekend. Yeah, that's actually the best way to put it.
Someone said 2020 is when Scar took over Pride Rock.
Yeah,
fuck. That's legit.
I've seen a bunch of 2020 memes. They're like 2020 was a shirt, and then it showed Theo from the Cosby episode where his sister did his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I've also seen if 2020 was weed, and then it was nothing but stems and cells and sticks and shit in a bong.
Oh yeah, I sent that.
Yeah, a lot of good memes.
Yep. You, Martine?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you can follow me at Beats Be Killing Them on all social media networks. And
you got a new track out, right?
Yeah, I got a new track that dropped last Friday called The Rhythm.
Hey,
and I got another one coming out this Friday, the 10th. Another one called Modern Day Hippie.
Nice.
You know, DJ Khaled should be one of these. DJ Khaled should be in these battles. I don't know who he should go against.
DJ Khaled would actually be a great contestant.
I don't know who we should go against.
Nah, seriously though.
I'm thinking
against go up against Drama.
He could have went against Lil Jon.
Nah. No. You got to go up against somebody of his caliber. You got to put him up against Drama.
Yeah. Khaled would win because he has more of the hits. Drama got the street records.
What does Drama really put together though?
Gangsta Grills,
a bunch of Lil Wayne shits.
Yeah, but like a lot of those shits are just like a lot of them are freestyles on top of other people's beats and shit, and then there's like. I don't know. He doesn't. My opinion, he don't really do the same shit that Khaled does. Yeah,
but you can't also. You got to make sure you put Khaled with somebody that's in the same realm.
I know. I'm thinking hits.
I just can't think of anyone though.
Maybe
there's
Scott
not
Storch.
Too many in the same realm.
Yeah,
I mean, he could have matched up well against Scott Storch. Maybe.
No, but when I say that, I mean DJ Khaled is a DJ that has his own album. Scott Storch ain't got his own albums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or he's going to though.
That's after the fact.
He's got one. He's got one coming.
Yeah,
out.
I know what you mean. I'm thinking about somebody.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in his prime, in his heyday.
Yeah,
Khaled's career was built off of his albums going back to 2006.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm thinking that. So yeah, DJ
they
Khaled
should honestly. They should get into. Like a mixtape style battle with the DJs.
Yeah, Drama and K-Slay and Clue would be in that one.
And then throw in Who Kid.
Yeah, Who Kid too. Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Like because you throw a DJ in to represent a crew, so Who Kid represents everything G Unit.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking on that end, bro? That would be sick as fuck.
Yeah,
it would be. Anyway,
I want to start seeing.
Clue?
Yeah, I want to start seeing like different ways. Like, don't get me wrong, these battles are great. I want them to continue. I just want some different variations too. Like, I want to see some groups get into it. I know you can't put multiple can't put multiple people in a room, but you probably put a representative for a group, and then they go group songs, battle for battle, production groups. Hell, I'd even want to see some of these subsidiary labels, like LaFace, pick a representative from like the executive side, and then just be like, all right, we're gonna battle this record label versus that record label.
That sounds very dope.
That sounds insane, bro.
But it won't happen.
Yeah, of course not. But you know,
nah, it definitely won't. But
you always gotta put it out. You always gotta put it on the air just off the off shot. Somebody hears it.
I feel right. Anyway, Quarantine Chronicles continues, you bitches. Quarantine. Stay your asses in the house. We out.
Peace.
Peace.